Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing whatever we want to, because this is 2 cents after dark. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight for the late night boxing talk. Won't be on long tonight, but a couple of topics I just want to run through and cover real quick. Be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the live tonight. Be sure to drop a super thanks in the chat. And if you're watching live, you can always help support the channel by dropping your 2 cents with a super chat or hitting the Cash App at 2 cents boxing. You can always call into the show at 281-845-2103 if you just want to get your 2 cents off real quick and you ain't trying to be on no panel going back and forth with people. I'm going to drop the link a little early tonight because, like I said, I won't be on too long tonight. But yeah, be sure to check my 2 videos that I just dropped today. By Teofimo Lopez and how he put the fans in a trick bag. And I'm not understanding why people let Teofimo Lopez trick them like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. But y'all let me know and drop it below what's going on with Teofimo Lopez and this Devin Haney fight. I'm so confused. I'm really kind of sick of Teo. So I try to keep up with Teo to, for the sake of the boxing talk and to stay in the conversation, but it's a little difficult because I just don't pay, I really don't pay Teo no mind, y'all. I really, really don't. I'm hearing he got offered 20 million to fight Boots. I'm hearing he turned down 11 million to fight Devin. I'm hearing the fight has been scheduled for August 16th, which is the same fight as the Tank Roach rematch, allegedly. I don't think that that's officially been announced. But y'all let me know what's going on, man. I'm confused. Like, it's just, it's all over the place. Like, 1 second I'm watching this, they saying this. 1 second I'm watching this, they saying this. It's all happening too fast. And I don't know if I've told you this before about my theory about when stories are switching and information is coming out too fast. I tend to not pay attention to it because I feel like they're trying to throw me in a trick bag. I feel like they're trying to throw me in a trick bag. You kind of like how a perfect example I gave of that was the whole Canelo and Jake Paul thing when this was one day and then a couple hours later it was this and then the next day it was this and then the next day it was this and then Turkey came out and was like, I got to be honest with you. I've been lying. And I was like, see, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about when the information keep coming out too fast and it keep flipping and flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping. I don't pay attention. I just release myself away from it. So I feel like all in one day, the fight was on the 16th, then it was canceled. He turned down 11 million. He cussed out Turkey. He apologized to Turkey. It's just too much going on. So chat, y'all let me know and drop it below what's going on. What's going on? Isaiah say Teo outpricing himself right now. He acting like he's worth more than 1 million. Teo on that bush. Yeah, I don't know what to believe, honestly. So whenever Devin Haney fans say Teo Duck Dev, I don't believe. He says, I don't believe anything Teo says now, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Isaiah, like, paid in full in the building. What's up, paid in full? That's what I'm saying, Isaiah. Like, what are we supposed to do with this? Like, I want to talk about it. I want to have the debates and the discussion about it. But, I mean, how can we do that when y'all keep flipping information every 2-3 hours? First of all, I want to know, is the fight happening? Did Teo turn it down or not? Secondly, I want to know, why would you make the fight August 16th the same day as the Tank fight? Now, I was watching a content creator, I'm not going to say their name, that had dropped this information. And they were like, oh, man, it's going to be so great. You're going to get Devin Haney and Teo in the morning. I mean, like during the day. And then you're going to get Roach and Tank at night. It's going to be a boxing fan dream. And I'm like, it's not even about, so to speak, boxing fans get to watch those two fighters fight on the same day. It's just a matter of the marketing, the level of attention. They share a fan base. Devin, Teo, I mean, even though Teo may have, I guess he has the Mexican fan base or whatever, so it's a little bit different. But Tank also has a Mexican fan base too. He also has a Mexican following. So all those fighters, in a sense, share a fan base. So I'm not sure like how you gonna market that, how you gonna push that. You think people gonna sit around all day and just watch boxing? You think a Teo and a Devin fight will be exciting enough to pull people away from what they're doing in the middle of the day on a Saturday to watch it after the fatal flop card? I don't know. I mean, of course we gonna watch it because we diehard fans. We sit on here and talk about boxing all day. Woo, woo, of course we're gonna watch it. But when I'm speaking about people watching it, I'm talking about as far as casual fans. People waiting on that Lamar Roach rematch. That's one of the biggest fights of the year. And the YouTube community want to try to act like it ain't, but it is. People been anticipating and waiting for that rematch. You say Tank versus Roach, you got a whole 2-hour live stream about people debating about it. You say T.O. versus Devin, it don't. I mean, I think it's a fight people been wanting to see. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, the fight people ain't been an anticipated fight. People been mentioning T.O. Devin name fighting. So I'm not acting like it ain't a fight people want to see. But are they gonna want to see it the same day Roach and Tank is fighting? Are they gonna want to stop what they're doing in the middle of the day to see it? And I'm hearing T.O. is having an issue fighting in Saudi. Why? Even though it seems like it's a hassle to fight in Saudi, like you got to go over there, you got to get acclimated to the time and the food, and people getting sick and all this. It seems like it's a lot that goes with going over there to fight in Saudi. It's not like you just taking an overseas trip real quick and you fighting. It's a lot that goes with getting acclimated to being over there. It's a lot that goes with going to fight in Saudi. It seems like, and it seemed in the beginning everybody was like, yeah, yeah, rah rah. But after a couple trips over there, probably after hearing a couple stories, and you hear about how all those people got sick when Shakur Stevenson fought over there, it's probably not looking as appealing as it once did to people. And then you hear people having issues getting paid and Turkey doing this and kind of showing favoritism. It's like probably like a lot of things that we just don't know about that's going on behind the scenes with people going to Saudi that makes it less attractive to them for them to go. I'm not saying they won't go, they shouldn't go, they should. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying that you may start hearing people like, oh, I don't want to go to Saudi. I don't want to go to Saudi. Now you got T.O., and once again, I don't know how true the information is. We just gonna run with the narratives as if they're real. Because like I said, I feel like they trying to throw everybody into a trick bag the way they keep coming out with this new information every 2 hours. But T.O. been crying about how he ain't never made $1 million. And now all of a sudden he got all these reservations about doing something to make quote unquote $11 million. I just don't understand how you're finally getting what you want, which is a big payday, but you got stipulations. Like it can't be in Saudi, it can't be this and that. Like I don't think T.O.'s in a position to be doing all of that, in my opinion. I don't think T.O. in a position to be doing. If it's true, I don't even know if it's true. I'm just saying if it's true. But honestly, I'm sick of T.O. Please get T.O. a fight so he could just shut up and focus on his fight. Please. Please get T.O. a fight. And not no big fight. I'm hearing he was supposed to fight Boots for $20 million. First of all, I'm going to go with that's cap, but let's just talk about the narrative as if it's real. Why is T.O. getting $20 million for Boots? And why would anybody want T.O. to get a $20 million payday after all the stunts he's been pulling and how upset and in a roar the community was? I want y'all to go check out my video. Let me pull it up. Let me show y'all which one to go watch where I talk about this because it's like, I'm really not getting it, y'all. Y'all let T.O. throw y'all in a trick bag. He didn't even throw y'all in a trick bag. Y'all just jumped in it. He just opened it up and was like, come on, guys. Y'all just jumped in a trick bag. I was doing flips and everything into the trick bag. Back flips. Look at me. Just jump right into the trick bag. Well, I don't know. So this video right here, Teofimo Lopez $20 million payday racism scandal. Y'all go watch that video. It worked. $20 million payday. Y'all go watch that video. So y'all can hear my 2 cents about the whole T.O. thing. What y'all laughing at? So we talked about T.O. and I wanted to run through something with y'all real quick that Keyshawn Davis said that I thought was interesting. And I'm just gonna run through it real quick and give y'all my 2 cents. about what he's saying. And he pretty much was saying what I was saying. Mr. Greg say, didn't T.O. back out of Devin Haney again? We don't know, Mr. Greg. The fight's on the 16th. He backed out. It's signed. It's confirmed. It's a lot of flip-flopping going on. So usually when they start doing all that flip-flopping, I just don't even pay attention. No more sleepwalking say, you in the trick bag comment. I mean, I'm telling you.
When Gervonta, it was like, Jake Paul recently shared with everybody, yeah, we had something lined up. But then he has the draw with Roach, so now he's going to rematch Roach. What do you think of that? That looks like his long-term plans are to fight a Jake Paul, not to unify with you or Shakur. Like, I know you've been saying, like, I'm doing my own thing anyways. What these guys do, it doesn't affect what I got going on. But does it affect plans a little bit? Because you've wanted the Gervonta fight, but if he's doing something else for the next 12 months, and you only got so much time left in the division, what do you make of it all, Keyshawn?
I mean, well, I would be contradicting myself if I said him going to fight Jake Paul is affecting my plans. Because I always said that I'm not going off of nobody else. I'm going off of me. Understand what I'm saying? So that answers your question. But I think
Now, this is the question that when I got all the Shakur Sprinter fans on the channel, and I'm asking them, besides Gervonta Tank Davis, who can Shakur Stevenson fight? I love Keyshawn's answer. Like, listen, if I fight Tank, cool. But that's not the end all be all. That's not the only thing in my career. People acting like the only thing left in Shakur Stevenson's career to do is fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Like he just done it all. The only thing for him to do is fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm like, no, guys. And what if Tank don't want to fight Shakur? What if he is quote unquote scared? What is Shakur gonna do? Is Shakur career over? Because Tank don't want to fight him? I love Keyshawn's answer right here. Like, listen, I'm doing my own thing. Like if Tank want to fight, you want to fight. Other than that, I'm moving on. He ain't the only fighter out there. And that's my whole biggest argument about the Shakur Stevenson thing is like everybody continuously acts like if he don't fight Tank, he just what? Like his career over? Like it's nothing for him to do? Why y'all not crying for him if Tank don't want to fight him to go up to 140? Like y'all been crying for Tank to go up to 140. I hear people was crying and crying for Tank go to 140. I have not heard one person say Shakur Stevenson should go to 140 since. Everybody ducking me. Everybody ducking me. Don't nobody want to fight me. But I love his answer.
that him going to fight Jake Paul is amazing. I think he should go do that. I think that's going to be great for the sport of boxing. It's going to get more eyes on the sport of boxing. You got the YouTuber eyes, the casual eyes, and then Tank got a lot of casuals and fight fans. You know what I'm saying? All across the world, like the whole world, damn near. As far as sports, people that love sports, they gonna be in tune to that fight. So why wouldn't I want a fight like that happen in the sport of boxing? Like people got
Once again, Keyshawn Davis. Now, I've always said that about this fight. Do I want to see Tank Davis fight Jake Paul? No, I don't want to see. As a fight fan, no, I don't want to see Tank Davis fight Jake Paul. Is it going to be a real fight? No, it's not going to be a real fight. They're 100 pounds apart. If they want to get out there and put on a fight, an exhibition fight, and just entertain the crowd, it's not going to be a real fight. That's why I never understood what the uproar was about. Go back and watch my videos about the Jake Paul Tank fight. This is exactly what I was saying. People talking about if Tank fight Jake Paul, his career is over. How, guys? Y'all act like he can't fight Jake Paul and then continue doing what he was doing. He can't fight Jake Paul and then go fight Shakur and then go fight whoever else y'all want him to fight. Like, I really did not understand the backlash and the hate if he go fight an exhibition fight real quick. Of course, we don't want to see you fighting Jake Paul because we know it's just gonna be some bullshit. but it'll be a super huge payday for you. The casuals will love it, just like Keyshawn just said. It's gonna bring more eyes to the sport of boxing. What's the problem? Because I feel like if anybody else was fighting Jake Paul, people would be talking about how that fighter about to get that bag. That's what they would be saying. Oh, this fighter about to get the bag. They about to fight Jake Paul. I didn't understand what the big deal was about Canelo fighting Jake Paul. Do y'all realize if Canelo would have fought Jake Paul and then went and fought Terrence Crawford, the Canelo Crawford fight would have been bigger? Do y'all realize that? So I think it's crazy how people want to criticize fighters for fighting Jake Paul, but then in the same breath want to come back and be like, Jake Paul, the face of boxing. He the face of boxing. Like it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. But just like Keyshawn just said, it'll be great for the sport of boxing. They'll have eyes all across the world. You'll have Jake Paul with his 20 million fans, or however many people he got that ain't real boxing fans, that's casual. You will have Tank with his large casual following, plus the real boxing fans are just going to be watching it because they know it's going to be some BS. You probably have 100 million people watching the fight, even though it's not going to happen because they're on two different networks. So I don't ever see the fight happening. I'm just saying I didn't understand the uproar and the backlash about the fight. And now here go Keyshawn saying the same exact thing. Like he actually wants the fight. He like, hell yeah, make that fight. That's gonna make it better for me because it's gonna bring more eyes to the sport of boxing.
Realize like people got I talk a lot of shit about, a lot of people, but I'm starting to just mature in this game. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, after the Floyd era, Tank carried that torch and he made sure boxing was still lit for fighters like me. Like if it wasn't no Tank and what he did, like it wouldn't be a lot of this shit going on nowadays. Like and people is
Wow. Wow. I think that it is so great to finally hear somebody just be honest about Javante Tank Davis. Just be honest. Just be honest. All y'all been running around here attaching y'all name to Tank because he's the biggest name in boxing, especially at the smaller divisions. Canelo on his way out. Y'all been running around here running these smear campaigns, criticizing every single thing this man been doing for no reason. All the while, your favorite fighters feel like Keyshawn Davis feel. Your favorite fighters feel like Keyshawn Davis feel. And y'all running around here smearing this man and hating on the man. It don't make sense. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Keyshawn. Tell him what else. What else you got to say,
scared
Keyshawn?
to admit that, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Tank did a hell of a job carrying that torch that Floyd passed on to him. You know what I'm saying? Whether he feel like he passed Floyd or not, like he kept boxing lit, at least for our culture, for them to keep tuning in to us fighters. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Tank had a hell of a career. Whether he fought the people that we want him to fight or not, he kept eyes on the sport of boxing, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a fair point.
Wow. Wow. What y'all think about that? Let me know and drop it below. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something real quick. Let me do this real quick. I've been talking for about 25 minutes. Drop that link right quick. Y'all come on up and chit chat with me. I mean, I'm just saying though, like he just said some of y'all might be scared to say it, but I ain't scared to say it now. Keyshawn, don't come back and just completely contradict yourself and act like you ain't never say this because we got you on video, bro. I know the games y'all like to be playing. Shout out Paid in Full, Rich, and Mr. Shelton on the panel.
What's going
What's
on?
up? What's up? What's up?
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Paid in Full. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I think Keyshawn actually spoke truth. I don't know no other black fighter outside of Tank that's really carrying the sport of boxing the way that he's carrying it. So, I mean, we really got to be honest about that situation. I mean, he really is carrying the torch, sort of like how Floyd was carrying the torch. I don't know if Keyshawn's starting to admit that now that, like he said, he's starting to mature in the game and he really seeing shit for what it really is. Or is it that they now it's like they really can't really go at Tank like that no more because they're not working together. So I don't know. It could be a mixture of both, but
He
at least
might have that Tank fight. That's the first thing I thought.
that's what I was thinking too. But
So
he
he must
really
got that Tank fight.
to be honest, I mean shit. He ain't lie. I mean, it's just that it's finally some fighter that's really willing to go against the narrative and actually speak up and tell the truth. But that's pretty
Shout
much all
out,
I got.
shout out, Mr. Greg with the $5 in the super chat. He says this kid is 100% correct, and salute to him for saying it loud and clear. Shout out, Mr. Greg. Now, before we get too happy, I'm gonna say it now. Don't be surprised as soon as Keyshawn come out and contradict the hell out of himself. Don't be surprised. But for now, let's celebrate it. Rich, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh, I'm gonna start off with the boots, then I'm gonna get into the Keyshawn thing. I I think with the Teofimo thing, I seen on another platform that he actually got paid less money. They said Boots folks came out there and said that Bozy Ennis, he actually was gonna get paid like a little bit under 10 million to fight Boots in Saudi Arabia. So I think he just a natural duck. Cause he was complaining on a platform saying I don't know why Javon Ennis don't want to go to Saudi Arabia and all this shit. But come to find out now he trying to act like he trying to hit the tank line and say that they gonna cheat him in Saudi Arabia if he go out there and fight Devin. So I feel like he a duck and he ain't even worth talking about. He just wanna stay relevant by talking about people. Second, with the Keyshawn shit, yeah, he's somewhat right. He is right. But I feel like he just trying to be nice because you remember Tank said that it's a way to get fights against him. You gotta be nice to him.
Man, he didn't
So
say that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
he never said that,
he
Rich.
so
Stop
all right.
it, bro.
Wait,
Rich,
hold
let
on.
me ask you, hold
Okay,
on. Let me ask you a question before you
okay,
continue. Let me ask
okay,
you a
okay,
question. Let
okay.
me ask
Wait,
you a
hold on. Let me
question.
talk.
Listen,
Let me
listen,
talk.
listen.
Let me
Wait,
talk.
hold
Let me
on. One
talk.
question, real quick. So, real quick, how come you don't ever believe what people be saying out their mouth?
Listen to what I'm saying. So can y'all please correct me if I'm wrong? If Tank ain't say it's a certain way that you go about it to get a fight with him.
What
I
other
never heard
what
him say
no
that. I
what the
never heard
question
him
Because I
say
know
that.
y'all be I know
what
y'all
the
be
question is what other black American fighter is at the level that Tank is at?
nah, I'm not talking about that. I said that's why I say he's somewhat right. That's why I
I've
said
never
that. I
heard him
already
say that,
admit that
Rich.
he was right. I
I
said
never heard Tank say that you had to be speaking to him in a certain way for for you to get a fight with him, bro. He ain't never said that.
he didn't listen, he didn't say that. He said it's a way that you go about it. He said nowadays these fighters they just all aggressive and stuff like he did say that. Your homie
No,
knockout
meaning like if we
your
not fighting
knockout
each
made
other,
a
why are you
video
bringing
about
up
it,
my
man.
name?
Knockout said he didn't even like that he was doing that because that's some same shit that Canelo said. He was saying it in the same way. You could go and
Bro,
look up the video if you want if you think I'm
bro,
lying.
What
He
he's
said
saying
the
is, if
same
we're not
shit.
fighting, Tank done said this on several occasions, bro. If we're not fighting each other, why y'all study mentioning my name?
He did not say that, man. He said
Bro,
it's a
Put the
I
way
link.
that you
got
go
one of
about the
y'all.
Rich,
fights. I'm gonna put the link in the thing just for you. He said it's a
put the
way
link.
that you
I'm gonna
go
pull it
about
up.
getting it. Come on, man.
Like, we know exactly what that man meant, bro. Like, come on,
I
dude.
don't know what he meant.
Nigga, if he said that it's a way that you go about it, meaning if we're fighting each other, do what you gotta do. If we're not fighting each other, why y'all study using my name? Y'all clout chasing.
Nah, he didn't say that.
So
We
what
gonna
else could
go.
he meant?
I'll go next. I'm gonna send you the link, 2 Cent.
What could he meant,
Hey,
Rich?
I'm gonna
hold
send
on,
you the
Payne.
link.
You done? What else you got? What else you got, Rich?
I said go to the next person. I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh, go to the next person. All right, Mr. Greg, what's your 2 cents? What you? Oh no, Mr. Shelton, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Mr.
Hey
Shelton,
y'all, what's up? What's
what
up?
up? What up?
Yeah, I mean this is all good. This is you know what I'm saying? You heard the boy talking about what he's saying is right. I mean, you know, you can't argue with Paul's numbers. The casuals love him. They come out, they buy the event. Or it's on Netflix. They ain't even gotta buy it no more. It's on Netflix. So many people gonna
Right.
watch it anyway just because it's on. You know what I'm saying? They gonna watch this shit just because it's on. But real fight fans, if you really a boxing fan, you don't give a shit if Tank fight him or Canelo. Nobody cares. I mean, you just go fight him. You gonna watch it anyway. You gonna watch it for the undercard, and, you know, to watch it because it's a spectacle. But nobody really cares if he fights him or don't fight him. They like if he fights Paul, you're not gonna watch his next fight. So you know, this is good content. You know, for content creators, this is good, something good to talk about. But the grand scheme, it don't mean shit. Nobody cares if you fight someone. Nobody really gives a shit.
You say nobody cares. They had whole 12-hour live streams about Tank fighting
They have whole 12-hour
Jake
live streams
Paul.
about what Tank Davis meant and what he didn't mean. So, you know, what are we
Mr.
talking about
Greg,
here?
what's your 2 cents?
Like
What you got for the
Rich.
show?
I agree that if there had been a Jake Paul Canelo fight, it would have been a really good promotional piece to use with the Canelo Crawford fight, if that was ever going to happen. I think as it is, I think there was there probably was some money issues with that fight if it was going to happen. And I think because you know Canelo trying to get money so he could do what he wanted to do, so that might have been something he sort of entertained. It would have probably been fun. I mean, Jake, I think is it Logan or Jake that's ready to fight Chavez, and Canelo's already beat up on him, so that would have been good. But I really liked, at least for the moment, what Keyshawn did. As a young fighter, acknowledging someone who's one of his peers, so to speak, that they are doing what they're able to do because Tank kept the lights on. And I think when you have fighters who are humble enough, and most fighters, you know, got big egos, but he was humble enough to acknowledge that and do it strongly. Now, you know, I'd be surprised if he comes back and said, "No, I ain't mean it. I was just playing." But I don't think he would do that in this case. But I like that he did that, and it says something about, at least for the moment, about his character, and I like that as well. So let's see how he does as he progresses in his own career and who he decides to fight and things of that nature. But this says something good about him, and you rarely hear fighters say anything of that nature about another fighter that they may one day be in the ring with or haven't risen to the same level that fighter is on. So that's a good thing for him. Tio, I'm disappointed again to just know that some kind of way he's not going to fight. Now, one of the things I will say though, in terms of fight, when you do business overseas, not just fighting, the exchange rate of the dollar. I don't know excuse me, how they're being paid, because sometimes when you're doing business overseas, you think about what your tax liability is going to be and how you're going to receive your money. So unless the money is already over here in escrow or it has to be exchanged at some point, I just don't know how they're doing business. But there are a lot of things that goes into play when when you're doing business overseas, and that could be a big issue there as well. Nobody has said anything, that we can pull up a video on. So it remains to be seen whether that's the case. And there was one other thing. I did see also that I think we talked about that last week, that the Crawford Canelo fight, if it does happen, my understanding, as I said before, it was going to happen. It was going to happen over here, and they're still saying Las Vegas. They're still saying the 13th for now. Let's see what happens from that, but that's what I got for the moment.
Oh yeah, another thing.
All right.
Who said I was just, one more thing, and then you could pass it. I was gonna say, well, but if Tio complaining about fighting over in Saudi Arabia, I mean, I can understand that, because why would y'all want to fight over there in Saudi Arabia when that's an American fight? I feel like Devin and him would be a big fight. Why not put it in the States?
But that's what I'm saying. Why would you put Jose? You would put Ramirez and why would you put Fatal Fury, but then you won't put the big fight, which is T.O. and Devin? Like, it don't make sense.
Yeah. Now, if he taking that stance, then I'll probably be like, yeah, I can understand why he wouldn't want to fight over there. But
is that a big fight? Is that a big fight after Devin's last performance and T.O.'s last performance? Is that still a big fight?
I think it's still a decent fight. It's a decent enough fight.
It's a very decent fight, Mr. Shelton. It's a decent fight. I mean, we're not seeing enough fights as it is. So,
right.
When you got two people that got somewhat of a name for themselves in this game, and they're willing to fight each other, more than likely we're willing to watch. So,
No, I'm not arguing that point. I'm not arguing that it's a decent fight. I'm not arguing that it's an interesting fight. I'm saying somebody said it's a big fight. I don't know.
I think
it depends on how they build it up. You can
just
take
based on them. They two different fan bases.
Yeah, you can build it up into something big. It's just, again, it comes back down to promoters and how well they're going to work to turn the fight into something. Most of the time, the promoters, everybody got lazy, to be quite honest. But if the promoters really got together, whoever is going to promote that fight and really put some real work in, they can turn it into a big thing.
Yep. JB Sports, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
All right. Salute to the panel. What's good? I got a different take. Yeah, I got a different take on this Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney situation. I don't think T.O. want to fight Devin Haney point blank, period. I don't think he really got anything to do with Riyadh season or fighting in Saudi Arabia. He don't want to fight Devin Haney. He want to fight Boots. He's still in his feelings that Boots turned the fight down. That's what it all boiled down to. He wanted to fight Boots. He wanted to fight Boots because he wanted to become, hey, I'm 3-time lineal champion. I beat the best guys in 3 different weight classes. He's all about, that's all. When you hear him do interviews, that's all he talk about. Man, I beat Lomachenko. I beat Josh Taylor.
He's not trying to beat the best guys.
Yeah, but he don't look at it like that. He feel like he's a top dog at 140. I heard him say that in an interview. I'm the top dog at 140. He wants to go in there and fight the top guy at 147, and he think he can beat Boots and get the same accolades like when he beat Josh Taylor, like when he beat Lomachenko. So he's still in his feelings about Boots turning the fight down. Boots never mentioned his name. Boots always been steadfast in what he's been trying to do at 147. That's become undisputed. If he can't do that, he's going up to 154. So Teofimo Lopez is butthurt about that, and I think this is what it's all about. He don't want to fight Devin Haney because he feels that Boots turned him down, and now they trying to force Devin Haney down his throat, and he don't want no part of it.
But let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna pass the mic to Supreme Heyman. Shout out to Big Supreme on the panel. How can you be so butthurt about somebody not wanting to fight you a whole weight class up? Like, who told you that fight was gonna happen for sure? Like, there's no reason for you to be that all in your feelings. And you need to fight 140. You need to fight the top fighters at the 140 division before you try to jump up and fight the top fighter at the 147-pound division.
I agree with you too, man. I'm just saying that's what he's thinking, though. You can tell when he was doing these interviews, man, Boots turned me down. You can see the hurt in his face. The man was disappointed. He wanted that Boots fight. It didn't come to fruition. He thought he was going to be able to win that fight and beat the odds like he did against Josh Taylor, like he did against Lomachenko. I think Boots would have beat him down, but Teofimo Lopez, man, he think he could beat Boots. They got experience back in the amateurs. He kind of know Boots well, so he probably thought he could beat Boots. That fight did not come to fruition, and then the plan B was Devin Haney. Devin Haney's fight's gonna be at a catch weight for no belt. You know, he wasn't gonna be able to stake any claim. This is basically gonna be for bragging rights in a fight that people have been talking about for the last 5 years, and they had like a nice little rivalry going similar to Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. So that's about all that fight brought to Teofimo Lopez in his eyes. So he wasn't thrilled about that fight, even with the $11 million offer. It just wasn't something that he was crazy about, especially after not getting the Boots fight.
All right, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. These fighters got too much going on. Big Supreme, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Supreme, you there?
Give me a second.
All right, we got Teach and Boxing Hacker on the panel.
Teach Boxing Hacker was good.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Greg.
Hey,
what you got for the show?
What's up?
Yeah, man. I think Tio is kind of being dramatic right now, man. He didn't apologize for a reason. So I feel like this is just like shenanigans. I think he's just going to eventually, agree to the fight later on. But I'm hoping that the fight, I'm hoping Turkey change the date because I don't want it to be August 16th, the same as, Tank and Roach, because I do feel like the conversation needs to be separate. It shouldn't be combined. Keyshawn has his own date. Shakur has his own date. I think Tank and, Devin should have their own date. So we could just talk about it separately.
I wonder why would Turkey do that anyways? Like, guys making it seem like it's true that you really trying to fuck with that man marketability. Because like, why would you put it on that date, bro?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, the fight would have been in the afternoon, but still it would have been on that date. But I wouldn't have had no problem with it. It's kind of like March Madness. We had boxing on from morning to the evening. March Madness in basketball. If you're a basketball fan, it's kind of similar. So I wouldn't have had no problem with it, but it definitely would have hurt both fights as far as I think Taking Roach would have did good numbers. I think Taking Roach would have did good numbers, no matter what. But yeah, I think it probably would have hurt Tio and Haney more because that fight would have been on in the afternoon, and a lot of people out and about on Saturday afternoon.
It's gonna hurt them off the rip because 1, they don't do a great job of marketing these fights. 2, it's in Saudi Arabia. It's gonna be in the middle of the day. Like, it's just, I'll keep telling y'all, I don't know if Turkey is like trying to like make these fighters disappear, but Turkey made Canelo disappear. He made Canelo disappear. Nobody even talking about 2-time undisputed, none of that shit. Like, he literally made Canelo. Nobody was talking about Canelo fight. Nobody was saying nothing about Canelo. Even though Canelo fight opponents, you don't want him to see him fight all the time. His fights ain't never been that silent and hush.
Hey, JD Sports, I want to say something.
Anybody that good though? He's fighting William.
I want to say something to JD real quick.
All right, and then Supreme, I'm gonna let you get your 2 cents. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody mentioned it yesterday, and like I totally forgot it, but I remember Bozy saying this. Bozy, man, he doesn't like planes. I remember him saying that in an interview. So that long flight to Saudi Arabia, hey, maybe that's one of the reasons.
That's a 16-hour flight. That's a long flight. That's 16 hours. That's a long time.
I don't want to go fight in Saudi Arabia. Like, that shit too much. I gotta go down there. I gotta get acclimated. I gotta take a risk of getting sick. I gotta do all extra kind of weigh-ins. Like, that shit. I don't want to go do that.
Not to mention, you put Devin them on a commercial airline, and he gave Ryan them the good shit.
No,
Supreme, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Everybody, what y'all talking about? What y'all building?
We talking about. Let me see what we went over. I showed a video of what Keyshawn said about Tank and Jake Paul and all that, and we talked about Devin Haney and T.O. and what's really going on with that and how the narrative keep flipping and changing, and I feel like they're trying to throw us in a trick bag. And what else we talked about, y'all?
Did y'all talk about Plant?
Nah, we haven't talked about Plant, but you can say whatever you want. What you got? It's 2 cents after dark.
I just wanted to, talk about Plant because I feel like we're not keeping the same energy. Like, people say he's talented, he's skilled, he's a dog. But I had to think about it, like, who did Plant really beat? Like, who did he beat? Like, he beat Darrell. Darrell was 38 years old. He beat Uskateki. And that's it. Like, he got knocked out by Canelo.
That was the best one.
I was never big on him.
I I don't think people really was high on Plant like that. That's why I'm like, the only
They
reason
were
why I
saying
felt
he's
like
gonna beat
people was
Charlo.
thinking, the only reason why I was thinking people were saying he was gonna beat Charlo was because of Charlo's life circumstances. And so people probably felt like
Yeah, I can
Charlo
see
ain't
that.
gonna be the same. That's the only reason. Because I know y'all damn well y'all ain't finna think he finna outbox him. He
Nah.
definitely ain't finna stop him. So how he gonna beat Charlo unless Charlo just damn near beat himself? That was my thinking.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
agree.
mean,
His
Plant is a
gas
good
tank. I
fighter.
always felt like he
He's
ain't
a
got no
good
gas tank.
boxer. I felt like the McCumbee fight was good. I mean, I feel like he's gonna put on some good fights and some good performances. I don't think he's an elite fighter, but I do think he's a competitive fighter. He got good skill.
Look how
Yes,
quickly
I agree
people
with
threw
everything you
Plant
said.
under the bus now because he lost.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah. See,
No,
I've
no,
been
no.
saying,
It-
look,
That,
Keith,
that
I've been
that's
saying this
it.
about Plant, bro. My thing is this, right? What I don't like with playing this, when you look at the fight with Benavidez, he hugged Benavidez almost every exchange. He doesn't have the narrative put out about him the same as Haney, as far as him clinching and hugging and running.
Oh
Like,
yes, he do.
I
Cause
never
that,
hear people talk about that. Whenever I hear people talk about Plant, they talk about how he's keeping the same energy and playing his on some, he's on timing, he's on
that's
demon
because he
timing.
slapped Charlo and shit. That's why
Yeah,
they
he
like Plant.
slapped Charlo. He tried to fight Ryan. He had
Cause
another
he
fight with
always
somebody
starting
else.
shit and that's what
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying.
my
Like
thing is,
he always throwing rocks and hiding his hand. They think that shit cool. But go ahead.
yeah, so I felt like he slapped Charlo. He had to fight with Ryan. And he had a situation with Belanga. And I felt like when people see that, they cheerleading it. But then when Haney beat up Ryan's sparring partner, he fought the dude at the festival, everybody burning him up. So I just feel like with Plant, for some reason, I don't know why they don't keep the same energy. That's what I
I
was just
feel
saying,
you.
you know?
Could be
I
he
feel
on
you.
that devil too
And I've
much.
been
That's
saying
all.
that all the time about Plant. Big Supreme, I think you heard me say this. Like, I don't really like Plant like that. Anybody that's always in some shit, like, come on, bro. Like, ain't everybody not messing with you. And this go way back from when he was beefing with that gym and he went in there and was snatching his posters off the wall. Like, I've been following Plant for a minute. So he always got some shit going on type of thing. Boxing Hacker, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, what's up, 2 Cent? Hey, so when
Boxing
it
Hacker,
comes
you
to
know people been asking me about you. Everything all right?
yeah. No, I just work a lot, and I've
Oh,
been
okay,
in the
okay.
gym a
Everybody's
lot,
like,
so it'd be
where Boxing
crazy.
Hacker? I'm like, why y'all asking me about Boxing Hacker and then y'all crying when he here? Y'all crying when
Oh,
he
that's
here.
nice. I'm
Y'all
here. I'm
crying
here.
when he gone. But they've been asking about you, Boxing Hacker. Just wanted to let you know. What's your 2 cents? What you
Yeah.
got for me?
I just be busy a little bit. Yo, so when it comes to that whole Teal situation, I've been felt like Teal been ducking them for a minute. I think one thing about people who spar, I always say people who spar each other know each other. Teal and Devin had the whole sparring incident back in the day, where Teal came out, he was like he whipped Devin until Devin G checked him and was like, that story sort of flipped. I think whatever happened between Teal and Devin, I think Teal knows that Devin's an issue for him. So before he's gonna fight Devin, he's gonna ask for the world. He's gonna look for anything to get out of it. He's been doing that. And I'm not really surprised he's calling out Boots either. I always say I do think, and I'm not saying that Boots is better than Devin's better than Boots or Boots is better than Devin, but I do think stylistically, I think it might be an easier style matchup for Tio to fight Boots, because yeah. I know people are like, oh no, Boots is this and that. Nah,
This is
stylistically,
crazy.
you look
Stop
at it
it.
very
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Style,
yeah.
style.
If you look at it carefully, Boots doesn't move like Devin does, and Tio struggles with people like Devin, people who are quick on their feet and who can move like
That
Devin.
is true, but that don't mean that stylistically it's a better matchup, bro.
It sort of is
I'm not.
because Boots is
What
gonna
you're
be there to
saying is
fight.
true, but that don't mean it's better style. That just means that T.O. gonna stand there and the Boots gonna stand there and beat the career out of T.O.
Yeah, and that might happen, but if you're just saying like style wise, at least Tio's not gonna have to look for Boots, and also Tio has a built-in excuse with Boots too. Like if Tio loses Boots, he could just be like, Boots is Boots is already like the favorite, and people
And
just be
that's
But let
like,
me
Be
ask
the
that's
you.
guy.
why
Let
I
me ask
dare
you a
to be
question,
that's
great.
why
Box.
it's a trash
I,
ass
Wait,
fight.
let me ask you a
I,
question, Boxing Hacker, because I hear
yeah, what's
people
up?
saying stuff like that, and like y'all really think these fighters think like that? Like that is so weak.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? That is such a weak way of thinking. Like, I know I'm gonna lose, so let me go lose to somebody in a bigger weight class so I can have an excuse. Like, who thinks like what type of competitor thinks like that?
That's boxing. Think about it. It's like high risk, low reward versus high risk and l- little more of a reward, right?
It's
Like
Yeah, like
different.
you
No,
can
no,
create a
no, no, no,
narrative
no.
off Boots, but you can't create it
This
off
is
Devin because him and Devin are
this
like
is high
50-50.
risk, low reward, right? If I'm
Uh-huh.
TO and I've been dominating everybody at 140. I'm talking about dominating everybody at 140. And I'm like, I'm about to go fight Boots. That's
Yeah.
high risk, high reward, right? That's a calculated risk.
Yeah.
Tio's not taking a calculator. He hasn't been dominating everybody at 140 pounds. You know
But
what I'm saying?
he's
That's
a
not a
unified
calculated
champion 140, you know.
It
So like
doesn't matter, but who do he beat?
yeah, I hear you. But he beat the man at 140. So Josh Taylor was like the lineal, right? He was the man. He never lost those titles.
He
beat
was. He didn't beat him when he was the man.
Yeah, but they're gonna call him the lineal, right? Because like he beat Josh
But,
Taylor when nobody else beat him
but
for
you
the
talking
title.
about
Josh
a
Taylor dropped the
title
titles.
though. You talking about titles though. I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about the
Title don't make
reality
you
of
good.
it. He wasn't
Yeah.
the man when T.O. beat him. Josh Taylor was not the man when T.O. beat him.
Yes and no. So Josh
They
Taylor
got-
didn't lose. Who did Josh Taylor lose to before T.O.?
he won a controversial decision over Jack Catterall, but he got stripped of a couple of his
Yeah, he
belts.
was
So
stripped
really
of the
only one
belt. So
belt
he's
was on the
lineal,
line,
yeah.
but he was the top dog at 140 at the
Yeah,
time.
he was
T.O.
he was considered the best. Yeah. You have to consider he was undisputed. He just got stripped. He was which made him become lineal.
To be
He
honest,
So
never
was
lost the
like
belt on the
So
ring.
Regis the man at 140?
He was a second. So Josh
That's
Taylor was
what-
number one. Regis was number two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it
Okay.
went. Yeah.
and that's why I feel like T.O. went up there because it was a lot of smoke at 135 that he did fight Loma.
Yeah. And Loma was also considered a man at 135 at one point. So
But Loma had
like
a loss too though. But go ahead.
yeah. So yeah, I mean at the end of the day, like you look at that, Tio's doing it like he can create narratives off that, like, yeah, I dare to be great, blah, 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 you know.
That shit is weak.
And I don't even know if he's gonna fight Boost. I wish Boost would just say yes, I'll take the fight. I want to see what Tio would really do.
Yeah, he would
Tio
have took the
might
fight.
be
I think
gapping
he
about
would
that
took the
too,
fight.
for real.
He would have lost, but he took the fight.
Yeah,
It's a win-win
Boots
for him.
really had
Win-win
that-
situation.
It doesn't look good for Boost to say no to that fight. To me,
Why
I
not?
think
Because he has nothing to gain.
because he
And-
said no
It looks
to
fine
Ortiz
for him
too.
to
He's
say-
always saying no. Like, who you
But
gonna
this the
fight? You
thing.
ain't gonna fight Brian Norman.
If he
You're not
don't
gonna
have
fight.
if he don't have no belt, Boots already made it known, bro.
Yeah,
He
but
said
he's
he
not-
don't want to do nothing but unify. If not, then he moving up.
But who's he gonna
Yep.
He
unify
has
with?
absolutely nothing to gain from Tio. He
Who's he
has
gonna
nothing
unify
to
with?
gain.
Barrios about to fight.
Tio
Bob
is a
Smith.
name, so he has
Yeah, Norman got to
Tio
fight
is
in
a
about
name.
2 to 3 weeks, so he probably might be waiting on that.
That's what I'm
Maybe.
saying. That's what he waiting for.
I
Tio
mean,
is
hopefully,
a name,
I
so
think
that's
Norman
good to
gonna.
have on his record, though.
And guess what? Because guess what? If he don't get neither one of them in the ring, guess what he doing? He's
What are you
moving up
doing?
to
Going
54.
to 154.
I mean, we'll see, man. Like Boost is like I say, he said no to Ortiz too, right? So like,
But he
we'll see where
wasn't
he's
at 154.
Okay.
And why would
Like,
why would I fight? Why would I go up there and fight for a fucking interim title when I could use my IBF belt and go up there and fight the fucking IBF champion?
yeah, no, you're right about that. But the optics of it looks weird, right? You turned out like, okay, let's say you don't fight a champion. If you fight like a contender, people are gonna be like, well, if you're gonna fight this guy, they should have fought. He should have fought. If he doesn't fight a Brian Norman or he doesn't fight a Barrios at 147 and he fights his mandatory, they're gonna be like, why don't you fight Tio? That's gonna look funny style.
I don't who the fuck is T.O.? That's what I don't understand, y'all. Who
Yeah,
is
but
T.O.?
he already said no to Ortiz. Like he said no to another name. So it's gonna
But
you'll see. You see what I'm
Ortiz
saying?
didn't
People
fight
gonna,
none of the people that Ortiz didn't fight none of the people that he actually sent contracts to except for Majamov.
I agree. But like I said,
And then on top of that, look what the circumstances what Boots would have been put in, bro. He didn't have a full training camp. On top of that, you have to move directly up to 154 and go and fight somebody that's already acclimated to that weight. No, bro, that's
you got great points. But here's the thing: Boots is looked at as like the boogeyman of the division, right? You can't be a boogeyman and ninjas are calling you out, bro. You can't be a boogeyman. The guy from Lightweight's calling you out, and you're saying no.
Yes,
like
I
a
can.
scared boogeyman.
If somebody's calling you out, he can't be a boogeyman.
Yeah, you can't be a boogeyman. People calling you out, man. That's how people look at it.
So he's supposed to just go after every call out there somebody call him out.
Y'all tripping.
Even if the fucking fight ain't even realistic, he's supposed to just go
Or in his weight class. Or in his weight class. Come on.
He's supposed to crush Tio like a bug.
I feel like if y'all would have people use that duck word too loosely, bro. Because
So how
like
come,
if that nigga's
how
in
come
154,
hold on, how come when Shakur Stevenson got called out by the other dude, y'all was like, he ranked this and he don't need to fight him. But if Shakur the boogeyman, somebody calling him out, y'all should have been encouraging him to go fight him. I'm not talking about Shakur. I'm just
That's what
You
bringing
talking
up
about
some
Jermaine
Theo
Ortiz?
beat
You talking
We
about Jermaine
already
We're
know
Ortiz?
that
talking
shit
about
don't
Leo
work.
Jackie,
and
man.
That shit don't
135
work
Jackie.
with certain fighters, bro. We
Tio would
already
be the
know.
best person on Boost's resume if he fights him.
no
Says
I mean,
who?
watch
that
this
A
hacker.
nigga that never fought at 147. Are you
a nigga
man?
that's
Come on,
two-time
bro.
lineal, yes,
Yeah,
he'll be the
he be
best
the most
person
It's
on.
accomplished.
been
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
enough
He
he'll
be
be
the
the
most
space.
resume.
accomplished
He'll
fighter.
be the
And
best.
he fought
Yeah.
for real. Yeah,
Oh
he be the
yeah,
most
But hold
accomplished.
on.
Yeah.
But pay
Yeah,
before, watch this.
yeah.
Before he fought Stanionis, what everybody was saying, oh, Stanionis would be the biggest name on his resume. It's gonna be his
facts,
hardest competition. Stanionis gonna be this, Stanionis gonna be
facts.
that. He beat Stanionis. Y'all moving the goalposts
Once
once again.
again,
Y'all ain't even
Yeah,
heard
he
about
did.
Stanionis. Y'all
Stanionis
ain't
is
even
a dick,
heard
He
from
man.
did. He did.
Stanionis. Now y'all moving the goalposts
that's
once
why
again.
boxing
Oh, he
fans
need
be
to
so
fight
wishy
Tio.
washy,
He
bro.
need to fight Tio. Tio will be the biggest name on his resume. We talking about accomplishments Tio
Man,
got in
don't
smaller
y'all
weight
want him to say
classes.
yes? I want him to say, look,
If Tio become
if Tio
champion
said
at
no to Devin, right,
147, then I can get
and
him
Boots
back.
calls him out, and Tio says no to Boots, that would be like a kill to Tio all the
This
way
is my
through, right?
issue. This is my issue, right?
Yeah,
I don't have a problem if Boots fight Tio. What I'm having an issue with is Boots getting criticism for not fighting Tio.
yeah.
That's what my issue because there's
Cause
no reason for him to get any criticism for not fighting a nigga in a weight class below when people been crying about he a weight bully and he need to go up to 154 pounds. And
But
then y'all gonna reverse and be like, oh, he need to fight Tio. Which one is it? Is he a weight bully and need to go up to 54 pounds? Or does he need to fight a 140 pounder for y'all to just move the goalpost
a
but
lot
again?
of
Tio
people, a
campaigned at
lot of people wanted
147
him to
last fight,
fight
right? I
Tio
thought
because of the
he
racist
moved up.
comments that he was making. That's why a lot of people
I
wanted him
don't. I
to
don't
fight
think he
Tio.
should be criticized for not taking the fight for sure.
Because if a nigga already told y'all what he wanted, like,
Yep.
why is it that other fans want him to do something other than what he wanted to do? I don't get that shit.
Because he's not gonna get those things, right? He's not gonna fight.
Okay, so
Like
what's
Brian
gonna happen?
Norman is
He
like
okay, and he said
in the
that if
win
I
right
don't get
now.
these fights, what am I doing? I'm moving up to 154.
All right. But okay, Pay, what if he doesn't move up and he fights somebody else at 147? What you gonna say then?
Then he just fought his mandatory like he's
He got to
supposed
fight his
to.
mandatory. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
So give him
Yeah,
yeah.
mandatory.
see,
I don't. I don't think he's
that's
gonna.
wild.
It's no point to fight no good whatever the guy name is. You go up to 154. If you can't get Barrios up, Norman
Yeah,
move up. Nobody want to see that fight. Good
yeah,
You
that's
Yassa.
wild.
you're
That
not.
fight does nothing for Boots. Does nothing for him.
I don't
You're not
think he's
gonna
gonna
get
stay down
Barrios
there.
and Norman right
Like,
now. So
this the
Listen,
thing.
even
those
This
options
even
are
though
not
I
there.
agree with y'all, I'm not gonna criticize that man because he doing exactly
this
what he
man
say he
and
wanna do.
this man said that he not finna do no extra weight cuts for nobody that's not important to him. Like, you don't have a title, you're not important to him. So why would I wish the weight cut going to fight Tio when I gained nothing from him but his fucking name?
Yeah, I mean, Teal's ducking Devin, man. So I mean, Teal's gonna get his own criticism too to see. And that would have been a really good fight. I think that's
I
a hard
do
fight.
agree with Boxing Hacker on one point. Stylistically, I think Tio is better off fighting Boost than a Devin. Because
Cause
Devin,
Yeah,
Y'all
he's going to
are
be a
crazy.
nightmare. He's going to be a
Y'all are
nightmare for
crazy.
he's
but
going to be a
this
nightmare for Tio with all the moving,
yeah.
right?
this
So
what Tio gonna fuck up at. Cause if Boots make Tio come get him, Tio is trash on the front foot.
nah, Boost is going to want to
But
fight.
yeah, Boots is coming to fight though. So
So you
like,
telling me T.O. better off getting the brakes beat off of him than running around chasing Devin?
yo, I mean, who knows? So here's the funny thing about Tio, right? You guys understand? Teal's also a very talented fighter. Who knows what's really gonna happen? I do favor Boots, but it's you never know until they get in the ring. You know, like they were both highly talented amateurs back in the day, right? They're both really good.
I mean, it's
And
boxing,
Tio
boxing hacker.
does
You right.
show up when the competition the stakes get high. So like, who really knows what's gonna happen? You know?
Man,
Yeah,
it's boxing. I agree with you, but
man,
T.O.
Tio
gonna get
will
the career
outbox
beat
a
out of him, bro.
motherfucker.
This that same shit they were saying about Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence, and I could not. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I felt like
Mikey,
I
I
was in the
see
Twilight
something.
Zone. I'm like,
Yeah.
are y'all serious? Y'all
I think
really
it's that I
think
see
Mikey
something.
Garcia is about to go beat Earl? He too little. I don't care. I don't give a damn how good he box.
I,
He's too
I
little.
didn't know what the hell Mikey was saying. He said, "I see something." I was
Man,
like,
Mikey
"What
Yeah.
do
Garcia
you see?"
But
got on
at that
that
time though,
table.
Mikey was undefeated and he was a top 10 pound for pound
And he
fighter.
beat Broner.
Michael was more accomplished than Tio was actually. He was
Yeah,
top 10 pound for
Yep,
pound. Tio's not
exactly.
top 10 pound for pound.
no, I don't know if
Mikey
he's more.
Exactly.
I don't know if he's more
You just
accomplished than
making my
Tio,
point
but
even more, JB
he
Sports.
beat. You know why he fought EJ? Because he beat Robert Eastern and Broner, and he felt like EJ was on their wavelength.
Yeah,
And
I'm
EJ
sure
just
he
showed to
did.
be totally different.
When Mikey said that, I was dying. And
I was
I see
too.
something.
Even
Robert,
Tim Bradley was even saying, "I see what you see, Mikey. I see what you're saying." Yeah, man, Tim
And he
Bradley.
just tried
Tim
to
Hayes,
Hey,
MJ,
Tim
bro. Oh
Bradley
my
be
Tim
throwing
god.
them
Bradley
fighters
just
in a
tried to
trick
do the
bag.
same shit with Tio. With
Tim Bradley
Boots.
be throwing them fighters in a trick bag. He be
Man,
making them do all kind of stuff.
knowing Tio gonna get the fuck beat out of him, bro.
Hey man, like I said, Tim's good,
Like
man.
y'all talking all this T, and then as soon as T.O. get in there and his face and eyes be all swollen, puffy, daddy got to throw in the towel.
Nigga
Y'all
really
gonna be like,
feel
oh, he was
like
too
Squidward.
small. I don't know why he went. Like, come on, y'all.
That
T.O. ain't been the same. Like, let's be honest. He looked decent in the Josh Taylor fight, but he really ain't been the same since the Loma fight.
man
He
face
really ain't.
felt
He
easy.
really ain't been that great at 140. I don't know what fight y'all seen that make y'all think that he gonna be competitive with Boots. Please let me know. But I've
I
been
mean,
watching T.O. at 140. His pop ain't the same. He don't move the same. His defense is trash. Like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Yeah, we could say, oh well, when he got a big fight, he step up to the competition. But shit, we don't know that. T.O.
Hey,
is a
Hey,
nutcase.
2 Cent, did Rich
you
ever
see,
bring up that? Did he ever pull up that interview? Cause he knowing to say shit and try to get off the hook.
Who? Rich?
I'm not rich.
Rich, yeah, we need that interview where Tank Davis says you
Cause
got to
he'll
be
say
nice
some
to him
shit
to
and
get a
never pull
fight.
that shit up.
hey, 2 cents. You saw the reel I played with Tio, right? In
What
the
you say, T?
Discord. You saw the reel I played of Tio in the Discord, right? Dude is nice,
What you say?
man. Didn't you see the little reel that I played, the IG reel
yeah,
of
he's
Tio?
good.
Nah.
He was nice in the amateur. You know, Tio
Nice,
won.
Man, y'all stop
He,
all this
he was
T.O.
nice in the
nice
amateurs too.
stuff,
Like I
man.
remember he won like the Olympic qualifiers, like and he didn't lose
I'm
like
not
any.
It's
talking
not
about
about
that.
T.O.
He was
being
good.
nice, y'all. It's
He
not
was
about
nice.
T.O.'s skill. It's not about none of that. It's about T.O. moving up and not looking the same at 140. He doesn't even look dominant in these fights at 140. It's not about his
Yeah,
skill. Yeah, he got decent skill, but he's too small. He's not skillful enough. He don't hit hard enough. His defense is trash. I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about, bro.
Yo, but I will say one thing: if somehow Tio beats Boots, we will never hear the end of it. It will be
We will never
a
hear it.
racist slumber party that night, man.
We'll never hear that.
We will never hear the end of that shit. He'll be like,
Exactly, Mr.
ninjas
Greg.
can't fight.
We'll never hear
He'll
that.
go off if he beats Boots.
Shout out Coach Eddie.
Now, Coach
Hey,
Eddie,
hey,
What's
what's going on,
Eddie?
Smooth
What's your
everyone?
two
What's
cents?
happening?
What you got for the show? What you got for the show?
Oh man, this couldn't. I'm glad the To fight is not happening. He's not gonna get no bread. I'm glad. And just for the record, I'm going. To can't beat Devin. Devin beats To easily. It's an easy fight for Devin. You know what I'm saying? To ain't that good of a fighter, and basically he's showing himself to be hard to do business with. He's turning down all kind of fights. Bob Arum said he turned down fight after fight. And if it's what they saying is true, he turned down $11 million payday. Next time I come at TO, it's gonna be something like 2.5. Take
Yeah,
it or leave it.
he gonna
Because
fuck
you're
around
not
and get
he's
himself
not needed.
blackballed.
He's not needed. He's bad for boxing. Nobody needs him. He don't bring nothing to the table but a whole bunch of nonsense. And I'm glad that he's shooting himself in his own foot. And he's gonna wind up looking like the clown that he is.
Yeah, he gonna fuck around and get blackballed for sure. He turned down a lot of fights.
yeah,
something.
he gonna end up over there in Golden Boy fighting Alex Roach or somebody,
That's what I'm saying.
Killian or
I don't
somebody.
know why y'all even think he want to fight Boots for real. Like that, it don't even sound believable.
I never thought it. I just knew it was some bullshit.
Boots just gotta say yes. Boots
Yeah,
just gotta
but
be like, I'm gonna
that's how
fight
that
him.
fight was gonna take place. Teofimo Lopez agreed to it, and but Boost, he didn't see no point in it. It wasn't
Yeah,
it was a lose for him. If he'd have beat him, everybody said he's supposed to beat that little guy coming up. It wasn't, and didn't even have no belt either, so it wasn't nothing in it
Yo,
for Boots.
To
Exactly.
can't do nothing with Booth. I seen Booth today, man. This dude was repping 225, bro, like it wasn't nothing. I'm dead serious. He repping it like he throwing it up like it was the bar. I said, man, Booth and To can't do nothing with him, man. Too
That
strong,
nigga
man.
too big for
nothing. He
Tio,
too
bro.
strong. He too fast. He too athletic. Like what
We
the
gotta
hell
fight
are
the brother,
y'all
man.
talking about?
And
What are
then
y'all
just
talking
to
Yeah.
about?
think, why would I, like I keep saying, like I said earlier, why would I waste a weight cut for Tio? Like, no, bro.
Yeah,
And
you're
why?
right.
And
You only got
then another thing, why would I want to put some? If he's so racist, why the fuck would I want to put more money in his pocket? Fuck him. Let his ass starve.
That's
He
my
don't
whole
need me
point.
before I need
Man,
him.
Well, the
yeah.
way he's turning
so
down
Bucks don't
fights,
care
you
nothing
don't have
about
to
no
worry
racist
about him
nothing,
getting
man.
bread
What
anyway.
that might happen.
Yeah, I
Because
think
right
Boots gonna.
now, it's so much talent out there, man. T.O.'s not needed. It's so many good black fighters, man. They can just fight amongst themselves.
Exactly, and then you got all these. And you got all these prospects that's coming into the game with these big names, bro. Man, I don't give a fuck about T.O.
What you think about what Keyshawn said about the Jake Paul fight?
What do you say about that? I didn't hear about it. He liked it?
He said it'd have been good for boxing if Tank would have took that fight, basically saying that it'd have been a lot of casual eyes.
Hold on, let me tell him. Let me show him.
Yeah, go ahead.
You could tell him paid in full, but let me show him.
All right.
And he also answered my question about like what I keep asking you, like if Shakur Stevenson don't fight Tank Davis, like what the hell? Like why are we acting like this the only thing he can do in his career? But Keyshawn Davis also mentions that. Let me share my screen real quick, even though I know you finna act like you ain't seeing what he's saying.
I ain't see it though.
All right. Here we go.
Gervonta, it was like, Jake Paul recently shared with everybody. Yeah, we had something lined up. But then he has the draw with Roach, so now he's going to rematch Roach. What do you think of that? That looks like his long-term plans are to fight a Jake Paul, not to unify with you or Shakur. Like, I know you've been saying, like, I'm doing my own thing anyways. What these guys do, it doesn't affect what I got going on. But does it affect plans a little bit? Because you've wanted the Gervonta fight, but if he's doing something else for the next 12 months, and you only got so much time left in the division, what do you make of it all, Keyshawn?
I mean, well, I'll be contradicting myself if I said him going to fight Jake Paul is affecting my plans. Because I always said that I'm not going off of nobody else. I'm going off of me. I understand what I'm saying? So that answers your question. But I think that him going to fight Jake Paul is amazing. I think he should go do that. I think that's going to be great for the sport of boxing. It's going to get more eyes on the sport of boxing. You got the YouTuber eyes, the casual eyes, and then Tank got a lot of casuals and fight fans, you know what I'm saying, all across the world. Like the whole world damn near, as far as sports, people that love sports, they gonna be in tune to that fight. So why wouldn't I want a fight like that happen in the sport of boxing? Like people gotta realize, I talk a lot of shit about, a lot of people, but I'm starting to just mature in this game. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, after the Floyd era, Tank carried that torch and he made sure boxing was still lit for fighters like me. Like if it wasn't no Tank and what he did, like it wouldn't be a lot of this shit going on nowadays. Like, and people is scared to admit that, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Tank did a hell of a job carrying that torch that Floyd passed on to him. You know what I'm saying? Whether he feel like he passed Floyd or not, like he kept boxing lit, at least for our culture, for them to keep tuning in to us fighters. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Tank had a hell of a career. Whether he fought the people that we wanted him to fight or not, he kept eyes on the sport of boxing, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a fair point.
Okay, I heard that.
Hey,
He got some great points.
Hey, 2 Cent, I noticed
That's some great glaze.
I noticed something, bro. Them interviewers be setting the motherfucking questions up for a nigga
You
to
heard
talk
how Sean was being messy.
yeah.
You heard how Sean was being messy. He was leading him into the question. Like, I'm like, come on, Sean.
He tried to bait him.
I don't know what you're doing, man.
Respectful shit.
Yeah, I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, salute to Keyshawn. Always like Keyshawn, but that should sound like glazing a little bit,
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah. So I understand his perspective about the Jake Paul fight, but as a fight fan, no, like it's sort of like it's an exhibition, right?
Circus. It's a circus.
190.
It's a circus.
Huh?
It's a circus. It's gonna get a lot of attention, but it's a circus fight, man, for real.
Yeah,
I mean that's what he was saying, that it was good to put more eyes on the sport. He was
It's for entertainment. It's not a real fight.
But that's like saying like Floyd versus who's that UFC guy he fought?
Conor
McGregor. It was great. So why not? He should never fought Pacquiao. He should have just fought Conor instead.
That's not what. No, that's not like saying that at all, bro. You just made that up. That's
but I'm saying like if I'm a fight fan, I want to see. You want to see the best fight, the best. And like I keep saying,
did you watch both of the
you're
fights?
not the nigga that's taking punches.
Yeah.
But why he can't fight the best, boxing hacker? Why he
Huh?
can't still fight the best if he fight Jake Paul?
Because he's about to retire. Like he said, he's about to be out the sport.
You don't know that.
He said that.
Well, if he about to retire, then what's the
So
problem?
yeah, just like we wanted to see Floyd fight Pacquiao, just like we wanted to see Bud fight EJ. I think a lot of people want to see Tank fight Shakur. I think that's the fight. I think that's his immortal game right there. That's the
What's the
fight he
problem with
made.
him? What's the problem with him going to fight Jake Paul and then still
Bro,
coming to fight for? I mean, still coming back to
but
fight.
listen to what you guys are asking me. What's the problem with Tank, a 135 pounder, fighting a ninja who just fought Mike Tyson, bro?
Nigga, you in
Yeah,
the
guys, it's gonna be a weight difference. 200 pounds
when you in the
for
Yeah, it's
130.
crazy.
this is what fans
Hey,
don't
but one
understand,
thing,
bro. These niggas in
It's
the
an
fucking sport to
exhibition
make
fight,
money,
bro.
bro. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
they in the sport to make money.
what's
They don't,
funny?
bro. So if you
Some
gonna
of
get
y'all were
the
the same
money
people
off the
telling me
court,
that he couldn't move to fight Devin at 140. But y'all okay for him to move to 190.
It's an exhibition fight, boxing hacker. First of all, I'm not saying I want to see the fight. I'm not like, oh yeah, fight Jake Paul. But if he does fight Jake Paul, you know it's a bullshit fight. It's just for entertainment. Like I don't understand what y'all be talking
What do you
about.
mean? Like Jay
Hey,
Paul's
you
not gonna
said you
throw
sure that's gonna
punches?
be an exhibition fight though? Because
Jake
Mayweather
Paul,
and Mayweather fight with McGregor, that was an official fight. That wasn't no exhibition.
yeah,
I know, but
Jake
they was
Paul
the
still
same.
throw
They was
punches.
around the same weight though. Either they actually had to make weight.
It ain't gonna be no weight title on the line, but it still could be a real fight.
It's
Ain't
still
gonna be
gonna
no
be a real
title on the
fight.
line.
They can't sanction. Bodies won't sanction that fight. Even
Jake,
there's no commissioner that will sanction a cruiserweight versus a lightweight.
Man,
No, not a
WBC does
commissioner in
anything
this
for
world
money, man.
that shit's
that
illegal,
will
y'all.
sanction that fight.
They're not. Yeah, you're right. They're not. They remember
That is illegal.
they didn't even sanction Mugia versus Triple G. So you know they're not gonna sanction Tank versus
I don't
Jake
even know why
Yeah.
we
So
talking
this
about this
exhibition,
fight.
he need to wait till his career is over to fight the
If
Yeah,
exhibition.
Jake Paul,
He need to fight
exactly.
some other fighters. I don't want to see him no
Exactly.
exhibition
When
when
you
he's still
retire, you
alive
can fight
fighting.
whoever
You're
you
a
want.
WBA lightweight champion. I don't want to see you no exhibition right now. Last
yeah,
fight of your career, cool, but not now. Fight
but if
Roach
I fight
and get your get back
exhibition,
with
my
Roach.
next fight gonna be bigger. That's what y'all not realizing. This is business. If I fight, just like I said, if Jake Paul and Canelo would have fought, and then Canelo would have fought Terrence Crawford, that fight would have been bigger. Would be bigger. It would be a big fight because you just had 60, 70 million people watch you fight against Jake Paul. I'm not saying he would do them type of numbers, but I'm just saying you never know. So if Tank go fight Jake Paul, once again, nobody, no real hardcore fan is like, yeah, go fight Jake Paul. Of course, nobody want to see that. The point that I'm trying to make is just if he does go do it, what is the
Yeah.
big deal? He gonna continue fighting and doing what he
And he
doing.
said he's gonna retire. We don't know. Anybody know
I
what
would.
Tank's gonna do, man. I don't know what the hell that brother's not even
Hey,
gonna coach.
one thing
I
about
would.
boxing and retirement, that look at Manny Pacquiao. This dude coming back at 47, man. Come on, man. Boxers say
46.
they gonna retire all the time, man. Tank ain't going nowhere, man.
I mean, Andre Ward stay retired, so I don't know.
I think
Nah, that,
Andre Ward, but Andre Ward is different. Andre Ward lives a modest lifestyle, man. He don't run through his money. That's why he ain't came back. Cause trust me, if that money got short, he'll be back.
That guy
yeah.
got millions of dollars.
You gotta click the link and put it in the chat.
If
Rich, click the link and put it in the chat.
If Pacquiao upset Barrios, Tank Pacquiao, that'd be a fight. I could see that fight. That'd be a big fight. That'd do big numbers. I could see that fight. I would accept that fight over a Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul would be an exhibition. The Pacquiao fight would actually be a real fight. We'll go on Tank.
If Pacquiao beat Mario Mayweather, gonna swoop in. Watch what I tell you. He coming out of retirement. That's a big money fight right there. Watch what I tell you.
That's a big
got
money
two
fight.
old dudes. Old dudes can fight each other. You know what I'm saying? If that's gonna be a big bag right there. I'm telling you, Mayweather swoop in just like he swooped in on Adrian Bronner fight. When Adrian was supposed to fight McDonald, Mayweather stepped in. If Manny catch that belt, I bet Mayweather gonna come back. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, either Mayweather Tank. That'll probably be next fight. Or Rolling.
But that's what boxing seems to be going. What as we see, fighters are just moving around, positioning themselves for fights. It's not like they fighting in their division till they clean out the division. They jumping around, trying to get here, trying to get there. Nobody is following a pattern like they used to anymore. I believe wholeheartedly that Tio wanted to leap over to fight Boots. He would have got probably hospitalized, but he wanted to do that because that's what fighters are trying to do now. They're just trying to leap here.
It's
leap
whack.
there. Yeah.
It's whack. Shout out No Cap on the panel. Cap, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Now I'm just eating KFC, listening and shit. I ain't doing that.
Hey, Rich, put the link.
Get some chicken, huh?
He back.
I had KFC in a minute. I needed that steroid chicken, that snack chicken.
Steroid chicken, yeah.
Yeah, they got them hormones in it.
Yep.
You got it, 2 cents?
Hey, y'all, let me ask you something. You guys hear about the Fulton and Oshaki Foster fight? That's gonna be on the undercard of Tank Roach too. So they starting to get that undercard together. That's gonna be a hell of a fight on the undercard.
Shaq about to get beat.
They just
Yeah.
Hey, 2 cents. You got it?
Shaq about to get beat. Yeah, I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah, I think Steve Fulton gonna beat him, but that's a hell of a fight.
Just skip the 140.
Man, that's gonna be a hard fight, man. That's gonna be a good 50. That's a 50-50 fight on paper, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
Man,
so.
Cool boy
why
fighting.
you send me? Hold on, Rich. Why you send me a video of KO? Send me the video
Nah,
of Tank.
the video that he's showing the whole video at the beginning of it. That's why I said skip the 140. The whole video gonna be right there.
I heard T.O. duck Devin. Was that?
Nah, I want to get something straight because I ain't gonna lie about no
Yeah,
shit
that,
like
that
that.
did
I
happen.
know what he
Theo
said.
did duck.
Yeah, man. Hey, man,
Man, we
I
don't
think
know.
Dev gonna
Yeah,
do
we
a
don't
number
know
on.
what
He was gonna
he
beat
was not.
T.O., man. He was gonna lump T.O. up.
Man, he was
Yeah,
gonna run
we got
around.
to see what's going to be Devin Haney's options now. Now that Teofimo Lopez turned the fight down, we got to see what's going to be the options because they might still try to fight. They might still try to have Devin fight on that date, but they need to try to find another name opponent now that Teofimo Lopez is not in the picture.
And this the reason why Keyshawn said this.
Rich don't think nobody can mean what they
Nah, this
saying.
the reason why right here. Listen to this.
It's just the way how they go about the situation. Like if they would have came at me like a fighter and not like so disrespectful or say like I wouldn't fight them and things like that, then it probably would be different, you know. But I mean, you know, they younger now. I mean, they younger, so they want to go like the disrespectful route. I know you heard from everybody.
Javante.
That is not what you said. He said.
I said he said that. He said that that's the only reason why he's not giving people fights. If you look at the whole video, that's what he really talking about. He said they a lot of fighters being disrespectful.
But
A lot of young
what
fighters,
does that have to do with what Keyshawn said?
that's why the biggest Tank fan in the world made the video say I don't agree. You taking the Canelo route.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why the biggest Tank fan. I'm not gonna disagree against the biggest Tank fan in the world.
Well, I'm gonna disagree and say that doesn't mean that Keyshawn had to say what he said.
Man,
Though.
that's why.
Don't be
Hey,
disrespectful. That don't mean you gotta go on there and be doing all that.
Keyshawn starting to realize that you gotta be a lot of respectful to these guys because these guys is too sensitive and shit like that.
Man, he was blazing
That's
his
what
shot
he
taking that damn
Greg,
video.
that's what he doing.
You see this hoop jumping they do up here, Mr. Greg. Well, they be jumping.
Okay, Tito Mercado disrespected Keyshawn. Keyshawn gonna fight him?
I mean, Tito Mercado at 140, worried about somebody at 135.
He said he'd go to 140 to fight Tio. He said he'd fight. He said he'd fight Tio at 140.
You said what?
Keyshawn better worry about this Saturday.
I mean, Tio got better accolades and a better name than him.
He just knocked out Pedraza, who Keyshawn knocked out.
Pedraza been knocked out 2-3 times before that.
So
fight.
What? That's the best win on Keyshawn resume.
On, man, ain't no best win on Keyshawn.
Yes, it is.
Fuck Keyshawn. Worried about
shit.
No, that's not.
What's the best win on Keyshawn's resume? What's the best win on his resume?
Pedraza.
Who's the best fighter? Who's not the best name? Who's the best fighter on his resume? Not name.
Talking about name, said name accolades, name recognition. So that's
he talking about he's supposed to give him
exactly.
Tito recognition. You got all them other people.
You don't want to fight Tito Mercado because he already cracked his ass when they sparred. Nigga. That's why.
That's the reason why you don't want to fight him.
he already touched him up in sparring.
I don't know about that, Chad.
Same thing with Plant. Plant just got beat up by his sparring partner. Got the break from his sparring partner.
That is true.
Hey, that's the reason why Keyshawn don't want to fight him on him.
Really finna be something. This De Los Santos fight, I feel like it's gonna look like the Baranchik fight. Like
no.
Listen. Let me ask you a question, Coach Eddie. If I told you a fighter, hold on, listen. If I told Coach Eddie, listen. If I told you a fighter haven't been able to exercise for the last damn near 2 years because they've been suffering with blood clots, They had a shoulder injury. They coming off a loss. They've been out the ring. They started camp way overweight. What would you say give the odds for that fighter against a top tier active champion?
I mean, but is Keyshawn top tier though? That's the thing.
Allegedly, that's the
We
narrative.
crown
Let's go with the narrative.
we
Let's
crown these
go
guys.
with
How can you be a top tier fighter? How many fights do you have? 13,
He
14,
only
Coach
something like
had
Eddie.
that.
one 12-round
Coach
fight.
Eddie, we just going surface. We just keeping it surface right now.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, the De Los Santos fight is dangerous for one because it's going to be dangerous for the first 6 rounds. You
But
know,
even
if I'm
with all
if,
that I just said, you would say, well, that fighter would be dangerous the first 6 rounds.
absolutely, he's a puncher, and that if you know you can't go the distance, it's going to behoove you to try to get that guy out of there early.
But if you got
So,
good defense, then that puncher is pretty much just a puncher that can't connect.
Listen, I'm not
but
high on De La
he can
Santos
box.
at all,
He
y'all.
has some skill. I think this fight goes the distance.
And
I
what
think it's
fight
a
did De
12
La
round
Santos
fight.
show you he got so much skill?
I think it's a 12 round fight. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be dead wrong. I just think it's a 12 round fight.
His best win was against Rayo. That's his best win, De La Santos. That was a good fight. Action packed. He got dropped early. He came back and badly hurt Rayo and ended up stopping Rayo. That was an upset. So
Stop his
that's
ass
probably his best
early
win.
too.
He's a very explosive guy. Very explosive. Very explosive.
Rayo,
So,
y'all,
And he won a
Rayo.
couple rounds versus Shakur, which is hard to do.
I mean,
So.
Keyshawn's the favorite for sure. I mean, he's the favorite to win in most people's eyes. But anytime you're dealing with a guy that that can punch, I'm not saying Del Santos has more than a puncher's chance. Yeah, he has some skill with that too. I don't think that bothers me with Keyshawn. He opens up. He gets wide sometimes with his shot, and he does some amateur stuff. He puts his hands out during the breaks, like that little airplane move that you see a lot of amateurs do.
Oh, to show they got a point.
Another thing I noticed with Keyshawn too is that I don't think Keyshawn fights that well off the back foot.
When he have to fight off the back foot though.
Yeah, I was just looking at a fight earlier on when he was on the undercard with the Shakur and the what's that guy named that Frank Martin beat up?
Autumn.
On the undercard
yeah.
that fight, yeah, he right. He don't be fighting that good off the back foot, man. He was fighting a little bit off the back foot, and then he was like, damn.
we fought Meduno. You talking when he fought Meduno? I know you talking about. Meduno was so big, but he came in as a welterweight. He was big old dude. But I thought Keyshawn looked good in that fight.
Keyshawn was
because
Keyshawn wasn't really trying to fight off it. Like,
that Albright fight, that was a tough fight for Keyshawn. He pushed Keyshawn.
Yeah, that was his toughest fight in his career.
Keyshawn gonna step on Del Santos though.
And another thing he was having problem with it is Keyshawn footwork when he backing up. I noticed that in his fight, his legs tend to cross, and that's bad.
He throw a lot of looping shots. Keyshawn throws a lot of looping shots.
But
Del Santos is more straight down the middle.
If
There's going to be opportunities there with them looping shots that Keyshawn throws.
2 cents. If Santos comes in, okay, let's say Santos was 100% healthy. What chance do you give him to beat Keyshawn?
None.
I still wouldn't give him a hot shot to beat Keyshawn. De La Santos is not that good to me. I don't get the hype.
And I advise people to go look at the Frank Martin interview. Frank Martin said that there's something actually going on with De La Santos in his camp as we speak.
He says complications. That's what he said. Complications.
Yeah. But Frank Martin picked De Los Santos to win too, so I don't know.
Frank Martin said he gonna win. The nigga that's saying Keyshawn ducking Tito, I don't know how that shit happened, but he said that he gonna win. I don't know.
Complications like
with the blood clots. Talking about the blood clots.
No logic, he is ducking him because Tito called him out.
That's what I'm saying. He can't even make it through camp talking about blood clots. This nigga about to die. And y'all act like
That's why he got the ring for 2 years. He got to get cleared by the medical doctor. So I guess he's able to fight. He got to get cleared.
Keyshawn said he called him to fight. Keyshawn said he picked him. He handpicked him. Are you telling me Keyshawn handpicked the dude coming off a 2-year layoff and blood clots, can't even exercise? Like this who you picked to fight?
So JB, I don't think it's blood clots is a complication now, because if it was a complication, they would call the fight off because that's serious. If it's blood clots right now. I'm thinking it might be weight issues.
Abdullah Bates is number 2 in the WBO. He on Keyshawn ass.
Oh, you say it might be weight issue. He might be having problems making weight because he was supposed to go up to 140.
Hey,
They were talking about a fight with
how
him
is
and
a
Frank Martin
140
actually.
chasing down a 135 person?
Yeah.
Hey,
That
wait,
shit
they
don't even
talk.
make
Y'all
sense.
gonna
You
take to
chase,
go to talk about Tank fighting Devin at 140 and all them other dudes at 140.
man, I'm talking about a nigga that's at 140 chasing down a 135. He ain't saying
They
no
all
other
chasing
people
Tank.
name. That don't even make sense. You niggas sound crazy.
See,
It
y'all
don't
don't keep
even
the
make
same
sense.
energy. That's how I be exposing y'all.
You saying a person that ain't you ain't exposing shit. I ain't no Devin fan. I'm saying how is a
I'm just
140
paying.
nigga
It ain't
talking
just
about a
Devin. It's
130,
all. It's everybody.
135
Yeah.
right now. He ain't even got nothing at 130 at 140. He
Hey,
ain't
I'm
even
Yeah,
just
the
using
top
your
nigga
yeah,
at
he's
logic.
not a big
140.
name though, so it
I'm
doesn't
just
it's
using
so
your
hard to
logic
compare
against you.
them.
I ain't
Man, that
saying
nigga ain't. That
he
nigga
trying
ain't.
to go up 140
And
fighting
when you
right now.
come back, I bet
I'm just saying
money
he
he
called
ever
him out
fight.
and
If he
disrespected him.
You
fight,
talking
if he
about
fight
Tito,
Gerd,
Rich?
if he fight Gurdy, if
Kilo,
he
yeah.
fight Richard Hitchison, if he fight
Man,
Tio, I got them niggas beating the shit
He
out of him.
called him out too.
man,
And
He
I
called out
bet,
Gary
Rich,
Russell and there.
About
Tito
who
called everybody.
beating
He called
who?
out
You got him beating who?
He called Hitchison chicken soup, and
man,
he
talking
called
about some
hey,
T.
hey, Rich,
he
hey,
called
Rich.
out Gary Russell.
I know Tito is kind of disrespectful, man, but I like him. I like his energy.
Yeah,
I like his energy
I
too.
like they beat this, but he trying to make it seem like that Keyshawn ducking, like, cause the nigga just called you
Cause
out
the
out
way
of
you
nowhere.
the way you
He calling
explain it,
out
he
100
ducking him.
niggas.
The way you say take if people being
He
too nice, gotta be if he disrespecting you, gotta automatically just go
he
fight him
calling
again.
out
Man,
100
can't be
niggas,
That's
and
how
ducking
you
you
though,
talking
man.
about
explain it.
You
a
gotta
nigga
stop all
ducking.
that ducking.
He calling out 100 niggas.
Who?
Oh yeah, Rich, I want to tell you that
Nah, yeah.
Keyshawn saying that ain't got nothing to do with what Tank said. He said he talking about people talking about I won't fight you and being disrespectful.
Oh no, I
Keyshawn
was
didn't have no reason to be up there like,
man,
oh, I feel this way and
I
this
was
and that.
What does
I
that
was
even mean
hey,
though?
hey,
What do you mean like
look,
respectfully I want to fight you?
I was
What does that
bidding
mean?
off of that, but all I'm saying is Keyshawn, yeah, Tank did pay way for a lot of these guys. He is one of the faces. He is the face for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying what Keyshawn said was wrong. I'm just saying that that's why he was being respectful because he looked at that video and he said, "Damn, Tank don't fight people that be disrespectful to him."
That's not true though, bro.
How you say he's not he
Shit,
been on change up. He flipped the script
you
on
better
him.
look at
Trolling.
that. You better look at
Keyshawn.
that video. It seemed like it is because all the niggas that he fought was nice to
First
him
off, Tank didn't
before
say
they
Tank
fought.
wasn't talking about fighting him. He talking about
Yeah,
having personal issues with him, like why he don't like why
Roland
he
just
Man, you
talked
could
I
about
don't
go.
even
that.
agree that
Roland
Tank
Nah,
just
paved the
talked
way. What did he
Tank
pave
the
the way
whole
to
fight
do?
build up.
you
What is you talking about?
you
Roland
could
just
go
talked
back to
the
that
whole
video and
time.
look at it from the beginning. He it wasn't about that. He said the reason why he don't be fighting them fighters when they be calling him out. He said they be disrespectful. He says
But
other ways to go
Man,
about it to get the fight.
I
That's what he said. Don't say and put
all them
words in Tank's mouth,
interview.
man.
but
Yeah,
wasn't Tank
I
the
think
paved
I
the way
think
with
He
Tank
didn't
I
put
think
words in
Tank
that
want a
video.
certain
fight
amount of
with.
money to fight too. If the money ain't right, you ain't getting in the ring. He got like a minimum in his mind. Like I want to make a certain amount of money, and if I don't make that certain amount, I ain't gonna fight.
Man, tank
Shakur
money
already ducked
already
Tank. Didn't he?
made.
Shakur had a
Tank
chance to
money
fight Tank
already
and he
Hey,
made.
it's
ducked
the
him anyway.
business,
So
bro.
I don't want to hear about that.
Another
Yeah.
thing is his money is already made, bro. Like what we talking about?
Ooh, Tank.
If
Yeah, I
his
mean,
money,
I just hope he fights Shakur, man. I think that's the fight.
I think Tank right now. I
Man,
think Tank won't guarantee money, man. He
man,
want to get away. He
bro.
want to get away from that pay per view thing. He want money like Canelo. He want his money in
I
escrow.
hope Shakur fight Devin Haney, man,
If
after
the
this
A
fight.
side don't get their money,
I
then the
hope he
fight ain't
fight him.
No, I
happening.
would write him.
Nah,
I would write him.
I'm saying Tank want his money in escrow. He want
I'm not
guaranteed money,
Tank
man.
gonna get his money regardless. It's the people
Right.
putting the
Yeah,
promoters
Devin
putting
Haney
on
is
the
already
fight.
two-way
That's
class,
got the
class
problem with the
above
money issue.
Shakur at
You
the
said
moment.
what?
The Shakur ain't gonna be. This fight ain't gonna draw what the promoter want.
I
Cause
think
Shakur ain't been doing the work.
I think the
Hold on,
right
y'all. Let me
money
get
would
this
I think the
cash
right
app. Let me
money
get this
Turkey
cash
and them
app.
going Shakur.
Shout out to Urine Kinsey with the $2 in the super chat. He said, "What happened with the link from Rich? He be
I
Cap."
sent it. I sent it.
Shout out to Urine for the.
I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna put it
No,
on
no,
the
no, no.
thing
I got
again.
it. I got it. This old. This old. I just seen the cash app.
I think Tank's to the point right now where he want money in escrow. He want that Canelo money. I want 50 M's in escrow. That mean no pay per views. I
They
want my
gotta
money
go
I
Turkey
want my
then.
money guaranteed. That's what he want.
You gotta go
You know what
Turkey
I'm
then.
saying?
Tank already got
He do
his
not
money
go
made.
to
He
Turkey
signed.
for
Bro,
that.
He
Box.
signed the deal.
Tank money is based on pay per view sales, bro. He don't
Yeah,
want
Bro,
that.
do you know how much his
He
deal
want
was?
guaranteed money, dog.
Bro,
He
he
want his
signed
money
the
in
deal.
escrow.
He signed a deal for a specific amount of money, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah. If he wants
gonna get paid
upfront money, he gotta go
regardless.
to Turkey.
He does
So
not gotta go to Turkey.
where's the
I
money
said-
coming from?
Who you gotta go to then?
Because Amazon Prime ain't paying. No, they're not paying that money, man.
PBC is not paying the upfront money.
What was the point of him signing the deal then?
If that's the case, we would have seen some more fights already, bro.
Oh
Yeah, no, PBC ain't paying that. No upfront money.
Okay, yeah. You said PBC
The
got money
reason why
problem.
you haven't seen more
I don't say they have money problem, but that's not their
money.
business
You
plan.
have to be paid.
That deal that Floyd signed came from Showtime, bro. That was a Showtime deal. Showtime put the money up on them fights, man.
Who is Tank fighting under? He fighting under Amazon Prime. So why wouldn't they pay him his money? That sounds crazy.
They had to pay him money. It's a distribution deal, bro.
My nigga, regardless of the fact he signed a deal with Amazon Prime, same thing that Floyd did with Showtime, bro.
They're gonna pay him from pay-per-view sales. Pay-per-view sales.
He's gonna make that back end money. That's what he's gonna make his money. He's gonna get
plus the upside of the pay-per-view. That's the PBC model, bro.
Like, do any one of y'all work with contracts?
Do you know what's going on?
Absolutely.
You got like you in the boardroom.
If
what
you,
is the point
if,
of the
if I sign a
conversation?
deal for a specific amount of money,
I'm trying to figure out what the point of the conversation is because boxing have to keep hollering out. You got to go to Turkey, and I don't know why.
Upfront money, yeah, he have to.
He don't got to go to Turkey, bro.
At that level, he does. Who's he gonna go to then?
No, he doesn't.
Hey, look, I don't think he got to go to Turkey. I don't think he got to go to Turkey at all. I think that he could make his own money, whatever. But I think he could go to Turkey and say, "Look, man, this is what I'm making off a fight, nigga. You could double this shit." And I bet you Turkey gonna bow his knees and do it for Tank. I bet you that. I think that he could do that with him, but I don't think he got to go to Turkey.
Tank ain't dealing with Turkey.
I think Turkey would guarantee Tank a $50 million payday.
I think he'll guarantee him more than that.
No sales, no pay-per-view sales, no back end money. That look in your bank account and you got $50 million.
But the fight will be in Saudi probably.
Who has Turkey paid $50 million to?
A lot of people, bro.
No, he didn't. That's
cap.
No, he didn't. If Usyk got paid $40 million for both them fights, he would be on Forbes list.
Hey, listen.
How much
wait, hold on. Let me ask
he ain't
you
on
a
that
question.
shit.
Let me ask you a question. How much you think Canelo be making on fights without Turkey? Because he already said he be getting percentage of all the money for real. So how much you think he been already stealing?
$1 million.
Okay, so why the fuck you think he bow his knee to Turkey? How much you think Turkey paid his ass now? Come on, man, y'all be just saying dumb stuff, man.
What are you
But
talking
you ain't
about?
verified none of this. You speculating.
Okay, so you basically saying that Canelo took less money to go over there with Turkey.
How much money he got paid?
They don't even sound right,
how much money he got
paid.
They paid Tyson Fury $50 million to fight Francis Ngannou.
They don't even sound right.
I don't believe that.
How much he made to fight Ngannou?
Y'all be hating on Turkey, but that's
Tyson Fury be on the Forbes list is one of the highest paid athletes in the world.
Listen to what he said though. He said that he making $50 million with PBC, Canelo, and all that stuff. But then he go over to Turkey and make less than that.
Exactly.
Who said he making less than that? I don't know what
he got $50 million for all them fights put together, dog. Not one fight.
Man, you not even making sense, man.
What fight he fight on PBC that was worth paying him $50 million?
Wait, what you think that Turkey paying Canelo?
I don't know. Y'all can believe all these numbers I want to. I don't believe that shit.
Up numbers.
People just don't go.
So what? So what's the difference in believing these numbers than believing pay-per-view numbers? What's the difference?
Because the pay-per-view numbers are verified and reported. We ain't never reported how much Turkey paid any of them.
This is why it's more believable, Coach Eddie, because they can say, "Oh, 1.2 million. Okay, I could calculate this up." Turkey just guaranteeing it. It's not even coming from nowhere. He just giving it.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they were saying Teo got paid $10 million to fight Barbosa, but it came out he got paid $350K.
But what I'm
he got paid $350,000, man.
What you talking about? Teofimo Lopez?
Coach Eddie.
But they were saying he got paid 10. They was running around saying Teo got $10 million.
Where
for
did that
fighting
come out that he
Barbosa.
got paid $350,000 to fight on Barbosa?
Yeah, that's what just came out.
Where is this stuff, man? Y'all, man.
That's what the Latinos just reporting. That's what they on
Well, I heard Ryan Garcia got 20, Rolly got 5 million, and Devin got 10 million for that Fatal Fury card. Ryan Garcia was the highest paid guy. He got 20 million.
Y'all just like ain't
no way
a nigga like Canelo. He said he make like 80% off his fights with pay-per-views and all that stuff. He gonna sit there and leave all that shit just to go to Canelo and make no money.
In
Come on, man. You on
in
the same right.
2024, Tyson Fury made $147 million. Alexander Usyk made $122 million.
They don't even sound right. It ain't
That's
got no
Canelo
point in
made
talking about
$73
that.
million in 2024.
That's
So you
unbelievable to
telling me
y'all.
Usyk and Fury made more than Canelo?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
they had them two fights. They had
Okay.
rematches.
Yeah, two big
They
ass
be on the
fights.
Forbes list.
They got
They
paid.
on the Forbes
That's why
list.
Fury
Every
retired.
time
He ain't
Forbes
coming back. He
made
got his
20 million, he was on the Forbes
Man, this
before the
guy
death.
talking about Forbes list.
This nigga ain't on the Forbes. Yes, nigga. If you
So,
make
so,
$100
so
million and you an athlete, you gonna be on Forbes.
this right here the problem. Y'all believe the numbers you want to believe. When the pay-per-view numbers, y'all want to believe that. But when somebody else tell you somebody made 100-something million, you say that's cap.
Look.
Which
Because the
one is
pay-per-view
it, bro?
numbers is actual sales.
Hey, look. According to this guy right here, he gonna sit there and say Turkey paying these guys crumbs, but they just going over there to fight.
I said I ain't know how much he paid. I know. I just know
According
he ain't
to this
paid the
guy,
dude no
man,
100
just
million.
we gonna keep it like that. Then we just gonna move on. Let's just move on.
Nah, Turkey paying money, man.
Turkey paying
Yeah,
crumbs.
I mean,
Ain't
I
nobody
don't
no
think
money.
I'm not,
Teofimo Lopez
He
made
paying niggas in
300,000.
Bitcoin. He
Ryan
giving them niggas
Garcia made
Bitcoin
20
and
million. They fought
Dogecoin,
on the
nigga.
same
What's
card.
wrong with Bitcoin? Is there something wrong with Bitcoin?
I'm not naive enough that somebody just handing out tens of millions of dollars. Them
Shit.
boys must be getting trafficked or something because that sounds insane.
Getting paid Bitcoin is
Man,
lit. I would actually get paid in Bitcoin.
Devin Haney sat there and said, man, Tio turned down 10 million. I don't think
Right.
Devin gonna be just saying that shit for no
He turned out
He
reason.
did, but that's to fight Devin Haney. But so if he's
So
paying
he-
Devin
so he-
10 million to fight Tio, how he make 10 million fighting Ramirez?
So
He won't get the exact same amount of money to fight Tio he did Ramirez.
If he paying
Come on now.
Tio, if he
Yeah,
paying
it's kind of
Tio,
crazy.
if he paying Tio 10 million to fight him, how much you think he gonna be paying Canelo to fight somebody?
Why the
Yeah.
hell is he paying Theo 10 million to fight Devin, y'all?
I don't know. This nigga, he just
Because
got
Devin
money to
is the
spend, man.
face
Them
of
niggas got a
boxing.
vicious loan over there.
He's gonna pay T.O. actually 11 million to fight.
You
Devin.
just
He
said
turned
Devin
down
made
11
10
million.
million fighting Ramirez, so he should be making like 20 million fighting Tio by your logic.
Nah,
Yeah,
Devin
I
said.
looked
He
up the
wasn't even.
prices
He
for the
was on the
Taylor Fury
undercard. He
card.
wasn't
That's
even
what
the main
came up.
event.
And
Devin,
Devin
Yeah,
versus
he's
Tio
the
is a really
co-main.
big fight too. So
Devin
Yeah,
said that
that's a really
Tio
big
turned
fight.
down
I'm not
10
going
million.
to
10 million.
Y'all be
Y'all
hearing Devin.
believe.
That's a really big fight for Tio.
I
Ain't
believe it,
nobody
man.
hating on Devin.
I wouldn't think that Devin Haney gonna lie on another man. I think Tio would have came out and said, nah, he ain't offered me 10 million.
Yeah.
No, I believe he offered him 10 million
Nobody
to fight
gonna
Devin
lie
Haney.
about shit like that.
I mean,
I don't
okay,
think
you
Lying
talking about the
about
four.
Devin making 10 million fighting
Anthony
Ramirez.
Joshua,
That's what I'm saying.
Anthony Joshua's on the fourth list, $83 million in 2024. He's on the fourth list. He's not even the
Okay.
highest
Turkey
paid
paying them
boxer.
people. Turkey paying them.
So
That's
why
why I
ain't? So
don't
why
know.
Fury ain't on there if he made more than
Yeah.
AJ?
He is on there, man. Go look for yourself, brother. Hey, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, it's cool. It is what it is, dog.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
at the end of the day, man, Turkey ain't paying shit, man. Canelo just went over there for no reason. That's all.
Yeah.
Why do
He
you
over there
keep
for easy
saying that,
money. It's
bro?
for
What are you
easy
talking
fight.
about?
That shit don't even make sense.
Plus, he got a deal with Turkey. He got like a
Why do you
fight deal,
keep
and he
talking about
retiring after
Shit
the
don't
deal
Canelo?
is
even
up.
make sense right there, man.
Well, I don't
They
know why you
offered him
keep
a
bringing up
contracted
Canelo
deal,
name,
bro.
bro.
That man.
Maybe he is paying Canelo, but he's not paying all of these fighters.
Hey,
That's what I'm
hey,
trying to
listen.
say.
Hey,
He's
He
not
paying them
paying all
heavyweights.
of
Them
these
heavyweights getting
fighters
paid. Them
all
other
of
Man,
guys
this
might
money.
not be getting
Tank
paid.
needs
He
to go
paying them
Turkey,
heavyweights
man.
though.
That's what
He
boils
love them
down to.
heavyweights. They getting paid.
I think he played Bivol and Beterbiev. They had like a 9-digit payday.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
not paying all of these fighters all of this money. Is he
Nah, I
paying
don't think
some of
I
them?
don't
Possibly, but
I
he
don't
damn sure not paying all of these
The
fighters
top
all of
fighters
this
at
money.
least.
Well, they
I
even
don't
paid for
believe
Rolly
hey,
Hotel, and y'all think he gave Devin Million 10 million to fight
2 cents.
Ramirez?
I
Man,
don't
come on,
believe
bro.
that he
Yeah, Rolly
paying
made
all these
$5 million for the fight.
fighters.
Rolly got paid for that Ryan Garcia fight. He got
Hey,
$5
look,
million.
hey, I don't
Right, he
believe
the
that.
main event. He got paid
Hey,
less than them.
hey, two
Yeah, but
cents.
Devin
he
and
just ain't.
them.
Yeah, but he was. You know, they pumping up Ryan and Devin. That's why Ryan got 20 and Devin got 10. I don't
Let's
know
put
how
it
much
like this.
Teofimo. I don't know how much
That's
Teofimo got.
crazy.
I didn't get his number.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's put it like this. Padley got paid a house and like 300,000 from Turkey, some crazy shit like that, right? What the fuck you think he gonna pay Teofimo 350,000 for? If he paid
Yeah,
Padley that much
That's
money,
what the
Padley got
fans. That's what the team all
$700,000.
saying.
he
I
got
don't know.
700,000. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Padley
Padley
got
got paid well.
700,000 for that fight.
What the fuck do it look like he gonna pay Teo that much money for? Come on, man. You gotta make stuff make sense, man.
No,
Look
Tio was
how
never
much money
never
Mark
paid.
McCauley got over $1 million for his fight.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that all the fighters get paid, but y'all gotta make sense.
When he said that shit to Tank that Crawford gonna make more money than you ever made, that nigga was dead serious, man.
Okay, but they
I
first
like,
came out
that
they
nigga
turkey
ain't
paid
playing
Tio
around when
10
he talk
million
like
on
that, man. That
the
man
Fear
was
the
dead
Fatal Fury.
serious, man.
So why he gonna pay Tio 10 million to fight
I don't know
Barbosa
how
and then
y'all don't
pay him
like.
10 million, 11 million to fight Devin? That don't even make sense.
I never said that. I never said that. All
That's
I
what's
said was
reported. They first it came out he got paid 10 million.
all I said
And then now
was
he
Devin.
turned down 11 million to fight Devin.
All I said, Devin said that he turned down that much money to fight him.
I mean, if I got paid 10 million to fight Barbosa, I'm turning down 11 million to fight Devin. You got to pay me more.
If Tank want to make what he make and not go fight with Turkey, cool. If people want to go fight with Turkey and make what they make, cool. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is.
All I'm saying is these people is not getting these numbers y'all talking about. It sounds insane. It's insane. Calculate all these purses y'all making up and this money that he's paying.
And Andy Ruiz got paid $14 million to fight Anthony Joshua. This was like years ago.
Man, I don't. Hey,
backed by the Saudi government. It's not like
hey, at the end of the day, man, Turkey paying crumbs, man. I don't know how y'all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they ain't making no money.
I don't even know how y'all don't like a sweet ass person like this. This person is.
Some people ain't even got paid from Turkey. I heard some people say they still waiting on Turkey to pay them.
I mean, Caleb Plant got paid $2 million to get beat up. He got $2 million.
That's how much he made for the Resendez fight. He got $2 million.
Yeah,
how much? Resendez got knocked out by Garcia, who got knocked out by Kyron Davis.
He got $100 million. Resendez got $100,000. Sorry, he got $100,000.
That guy who beat Kyron was tough, man.
I don't know how y'all don't see this, but the guy's sweet. He easy to get over on. He think that he doing something. Them niggas having fun with him.
Oh, you talking about Turkey?
I don't think.
That's what they think, Rich.
You know what? If the man didn't have the money, they wouldn't be getting. Man, that money ain't nothing. That's chump change to them, bro.
That man paying all that money. Nobody care about fighting. They just get that money with Turkey.
I don't think y'all know. I don't think y'all don't know what a green ass nigga is.
Holding that man hand in the ring, interlocking fingers.
Yeah, I don't think y'all know.
Don't Crawford like that. Damn. Come on, Crawford. You got to do better, bro.
That's a cultural thing, though. People talking about shit like it's like something different.
The boy Teofimo said, "I ain't gonna hold your hand, Turkey."
Like Crawford. That shit's nasty work.
Y'all had ring boys at the fight? Y'all like the ring boys?
That was nasty work.
You guys gotta realize one thing
about that was a disgrace right there. That was a disgrace. And ring boys up there.
See, that's why Benavidez turned down Turkey. He tried to get him to fight Caleb Smith with Alcatraz. He's like, I ain't going there, but Turkey and his ring boys in the prison. That's nasty work.
That's nasty work right there. That's about to get blackballed. It's all fun and games. We about to get blackballed.
Listen, that man got money to spend. That Times Square shit, you know how many stores he had to pay to do all that shit too?
Yeah.
How much traffic come through there and he had to do all that? Like, they don't need him, but he paid some money to get all that shit done.
And it was stupid.
No, it was
but that's why I'm saying, if he doing that, if he wasting money like that on some dumbass shit like that, what you think he looking at these fighters like, oh, y'all want that? That's pennies to us. We got money to spend right now.
He's doing big things, man.
So why did he get Tank the Ferraris to start the negotiation?
Bruh,
I mean, it's the way just like Tank just fucking said on the thing. It's the way that you talk to somebody. That's why he didn't do that.
That's old news, though. That's like from years ago. Other shit that happened since then. Shakur just ducked him like last year. I mean, a couple weeks ago. A couple months ago.
Yeah, just like he said all that shit about Canelo. Then him and Canelo had that talk, and look where Canelo at right now.
Hey, let me if Turkey offered Tank, all Turkey gotta do is get on the phone with Al Heyman and be like, look, I'm gonna give Tank Davis $75 million. Come over here and fight. You know what Al gonna say? Tank, hop your butt on the plane and go over there and fight. Because I'm getting a percentage of that $75 million. Go on over there and fight.
Ain't nobody turned down $75 million. If he really, he ain't offered Tank no $75 million.
He obviously ain't offering that thing, Coach. He obviously ain't offering enough.
Not now, but it may come to a point where Tank they would get a guaranteed $50 million. If hop on the plane, come over here to Dubai, we got you $50 million, bro. Hey, look, Al gonna say go over there and get that money, and I want my cut.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, these fighters got one fight, man. I don't think if Turkey offer any of these fighters some type of money or whatever, it's on them to want to fight.
Look, if Tank went over there and sat down with the man at the table and said, "Look, this is what I want," Turkey give it to him. Tank don't need no negotiators. He can go there and sit down with that man, cross the table, man to man. Be like, no, I'm just saying he don't need if he wanted to. If Tank wanted to get the $100 million contract just like that, he could do it. He can get $50, $75 million.
He don't want to fight Shakur. That's the problem, right?
I mean, but
I don't
think it's about Shakur though.
Who else?
Shakur chases Zepeda. Shakur been trying to fight Zepeda for 3 years, dog.
I don't.
Like he been chasing Zepeda like Zepeda got a belt or something.
I don't think it's about Shakur with Tank. I think it's just he just don't want to talk to. You don't want to do business with him. You can't get mad at that if you don't want to do business with him. But I'm saying if he do business with him, he could come with him and show him, man, look, I'm making 50 off this. Man, double that. And I bet you Turkey gonna do it.
Well, it's a reason why he don't want to do business with him.
Yeah.
It's a reason why Benavidez didn't do business with him.
He said it already. He said when he go out there, he feel like he gonna get cheated. That's why.
That's what Tio just said about Devin Haney.
Tio copy.
Lamar Roach say that about
Tio ain't say that about no Boots though. Tio said,
why don't the B-side fighters ever worry about getting cheated? Why don't the B-side fighters ever worry about getting cheated? The B-side fighters getting there and fight. They don't worry about getting cheated. Let's go in there and get it cracking, man. Either everybody else, I don't want to go over there. What happened when no people come over in your backyard? They thinking the same thing. I'm gonna get cheated if I go to America. Come on, man.
At the end of the day, Shakur went to Matchroom to get that easy money because he wanted to fight Cordina.
Two American fighters, though. Like two American fighters.
If you go in there and knock the man out, you ain't got to worry about getting cheated. You're a knockout artist, ain't you?
But I think Haney is a Muslim, though. That's what T.O. probably talking about. Haney is a Muslim. So
if you a knockout artist, what you worried? You ain't worried about.
He said Devin Haney was Turkey man's.
Yeah, because he's a Muslim.
I ain't fighting on y'all playing. I'm the A side. Y'all fight.
I mean, AJ was Turkey man too. You seen what happened to him? He got put to sleep. It don't matter because somebody like you. If you get in there, Daniel Dubois put that man to sleep. But Daniel Dubois put him to sleep.
That's Turkey man too. He Frank Ward holding hands with a Frank Ward.
Turkey like AJ. He wanted AJ to be the champ.
Frank Ward ain't just hold hands with Turkey. He walked down the aisle holding hands with Turkey.
You said who?
Nasty work.
Frank Ward.
You say, well, you like get mad or something?
He's walking down the aisle with Turkey, holding hands. At one of them rehab joints.
Man, y'all crazy.
For real.
This can't be. I can't approve of that. I thought they was against that over there.
I can't approve of that.
Well, you heard about it. You heard about the men. You heard about the men of Azad. Look up that the men of Azad and what they did to the Prophet Muhammad.
No, that's only in the U.S. I mean, and in Middle East and Africa, it's not like that. Them people don't see. Okay, here's the thing, right? When in the U.S., y'all have like LGBTQ and like alternative lifestyle. In Africa and Saudi and Middle East, they don't accept it. So we don't. They don't think that way because it's not part of their culture.
Man, you can't say that because they got different factions in Islam. That's why they always beef in
culture like that.
They got green boys, boxing hacker.
Yeah, all that stuff to them, it don't mean nothing to them because like alternative lifestyle is not like engulfed in their culture like that. It's not. So you can't just go to Saudi Arabia and be like,
gay shit is illegal.
They don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Some gay shit, they supposed to hang you or put you in prison or some shit.
Yeah, like. But that's like true endearment, right? Like if you're kissing like somebody of the same sex or something like that, maybe like then there'll be something. But if it's just like holding hands, like friends hold hands, like male friends will hold hands.
No, they don't.
Like, they do. I'm from Nigeria.
I don't hold none of my homeboy hand. I don't do that. No.
They do in Nigeria. They do that a lot. You see all the time.
They just walk down the aisle holding hands, shoulder.
You see two guys holding hands crossing the street.
Because
like alternative lifestyle is just not part of the culture. It's not like not saying it's not.
I don't hold my daddy hand.
Accepted. So people don't think that way. People don't think things are weird.
Fist bump ain't no holding hands.
Yeah, people just don't think that way. In America, people think that way because like alternative lifestyles are really engulfed in the culture. So like you'd be like, oh, you're acting this way, So it's different.
Hey, but it's my culture not to hold hands with a why I gotta know what my culture? I can be like, cool. We don't do that over here. I can't do that.
That's why you was cool with Shakur and Keyshawn DL relationship.
Calm down, too, sir.
Keyshawn called
I'm
the
saying, what
sports
I'm saying.
weirdos.
So
He
you
said
got
y'all some
DL
weirdos over there.
relationships. You got DL
Huh?
relationships, boxing hacker.
Different level
Yeah,
relationship.
you got DL. That's what I'm asking you. You got DL
Yeah, that's
No,
nasty.
relationships.
That
no
different
need
levels,
to
some nasty
abbreviate
work.
it.
That's
No need to
nasty work.
abbreviate it. No need to abbreviate it at all.
Boxing hacker. I'm asking.
Huh?
I'm
I
asking.
mean,
You
they're
got
close
DL.
friends. Yeah, like their level of friendship is like different. I don't know about now, but like back then, it seemed like their friendship was on a different
I'm
level.
asking you. Do you got DL relationships with your
No.
friends?
I just have standard relationships. Yeah, only standard ones.
So
Yeah,
what do the DL ones consist of?
like when you have friends who are like your brother. Like you have somebody like you'll say that's my sister or that's my brother. Somebody that was just so cool, or y'all have like so much history that you looked at like almost like family almost.
I do.
You
I
know?
don't hold hands with my homies.
Yeah, I told you, it's a different culture though, right?
Boxing hacker do. So you hold hands with your friends, boxing hacker?
Yo, so and I'm Nigerian, right? Like I
know some
I
Nigerians.
grew
I
up
ain't never
here.
seen them holding hands.
Who's that?
I know Nigerians. I ain't never seen them holding hands.
Yo,
I
if you go
seen
to
them. I
Nigeria,
seen them
who
try to
talked about this?
scam people all the time. To my dear Prince and
I
Oh
see a
my
video in
all
Nigeria
God.
talking about making videos talking about why are you gay?
There's Nigerian people who even talked about this.
I think that was Ghana. I think that was Ghana.
Talked about this as well. Like in Nigeria, like you'll see like your cousin or your friend will just grab your hand and they'll hold hands talking to you.
And
And
walk
they
with
will take
you.
and nobody takes it like anything because it's like like
See, it's
alternative
different.
lifestyle.
They hold hand like a Greek. Like I see like if an old man sitting down and they like hold hands briefly or they touch. They ain't walk. They ain't gripping
They'll
hands.
hold your hands, bro.
They not
I
gripping
kid you
hands and
not.
walk skipping down the damn road.
Bro, I kid you not.
Yo, down the
If you
road.
go to Nigeria, people will hold hands.
I
Like
ain't never seen nobody in Nigeria hold
Which
hands
tribe
gripping
are you
skipping
from,
down the road.
boxing hacker?
I'm Igbo.
Igbo?
Yeah. So like they will literally hold hands though. So and it's different. Like I said, in America, I can understand because like alternative lifestyles, and I'm not no offense to anybody, but alternative lifestyles is widely accepted. So like
So
you
what, you
guys
in
would be like
Africa right now?
pause because you'd be like, oh, you're living that person acting like he lives a different lifestyle.
But see,
However, in
but it's
America,
not even about
in
that. I ain't
Africa,
got a problem
you
with
say pause, you're gonna
he
be like, what are
holding
you
hands
talking
to show
about? It don't make
dominance over
sense.
there. Like
Because
these
that's
people,
how
I'm
lifestyles
in
are
control of these people. They submissive to me. That's why they hold. That's why he make them hold the hands.
No,
So you
no,
gotta
no, no, no,
understand. You
no,
gotta
no.
see. You gotta
I,
see the
I
world.
think sometimes
Holding hands
it's a sign of unity,
equality.
like Harambe, like pulling together. Sometimes
Yeah,
they look at it like
like
that. I know, like
brotherhood
in
type shit.
Zimbabwe, I knew some people in Zimbabwe. They would say like Harambe, mean let's pull together. I don't know, it's like different
Anthony
cultures.
Joshua,
I guess.
Nigerian, he ain't
No,
never hold hands
But
with her.
you in America, so that ain't our culture. Don't be
Oh no,
holding our hands.
I wouldn't do that. I never have do that. That's strange because that's something that we
cultural
don't do.
relativism, though. You have
But
to
but then
practice
you got some countries like you see people kissing people on the cheek.
Yeah,
You like the
exactly,
Muslim brother may kiss a
exactly.
brother on the cheek,
Yeah,
twice,
guys who
But
kiss
on
each
that's
two
other.
different.
sides.
They
You
ain't
know.
kissing them like a
Italian
little
people do that.
sensual pet. They ain't kissing them on the cheek
Italian people do that. Kiss on the
like
cheek.
they didn't say the princess. It ain't that type of thing.
Yeah, nobody's doing that. Not like
Shout out
actually
to
doing
hold
that.
on, y'all. Shout out to No More Sleepwalking with the $2 in the cash app. He says, check your IG. Shout out No More Sleepwalking with the $2 in the cash app. Thank you for supporting the channel. Y'all be sure to help support the channel by hitting the cash app at 2 cents boxing or dropping your 2 cents below in the super chat. If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to leave a super thanks below and make sure you drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live tonight. I really can't wait for this Keyshawn fight. So shout out band up in the building. So people can see what I've been talking about, man. Like I just
I mean,
don't
Del Santo's a live underdog, so
I haven't heard anything about no complications in camp. I would like to know more about that. I haven't heard nothing about that.
Well, hopefully the fight don't
Ed
get
Martin
called
talked
off
about
like the
that.
Schofield fight. You saying he maybe come up sick at the last moment. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Coach Eddie? I was like,
Both
this
are
is the
still
thing,
sick.
right? If that happens, I feel
Yeah.
like Keyshawn, you should take some accountability. Because why didn't you fight an active fighter? Why are you pulling a nigga off the couch with all these issues,
Yeah,
blood
I
clots and
agree
all
with
this
that.
other kind of stuff? Like why is this who you chose to fight?
Probably got him for cheap. Sometimes when the dude's sitting on the couch, you can get him for cheap. less
And De La
money. You know
Santo
what I'm
is a
saying?
name. He's a name too. He's a name. So got to be a good name on Keyshawn's resume.
And
Yeah,
he
because
got like a
they're gonna draw comparisons.
he got a friendly beef with Shakur.
Yeah,
Got a
if you
little
go out
friendly
there
beef
and
with him.
watch him and knock him out, then the first thing they're gonna say they're gonna compare Keyshawn and cool, man. Them dudes just need to fight each other, man. That junk is whack, bro. Come on, I'm your brother and all this stuff. I mean, it's a fight game. Y'all don't fought each other in the gym hundreds and hundreds of rounds. You did it for free. Now these people willing to pay you millions of dollars. Now you don't want to do it. You know, it don't
It
make
don't
no
make
sense.
sense.
Right. Tank fought
Exactly.
his ain't Lamont and Tank brothers. They fought. He took a dive for Lamont to get him paid twice. Tank looking out for his
Because
brother.
they got a DL relationship. That's what me and Boxing Hacker was
I'm
just talking
saying,
about.
but them dudes have
They got
sparred
a
hundreds and
DL.
hundreds of rounds. They don't
Lamont
beat each
Roach.
other up in the gym already for nothing.
I just seen Keyshawn interview, man. Keyshawn said, man, if it wasn't for Shakur, he wouldn't even be probably boxing. He said that the same coach that he had on Keyshawn had, Shakur, the one that put him on to him, and that's the reason why he went to the Olympics was because of that. First, he was just going to gyms and all that type of shit. He was playing the whole breakdown
What
on
does
the
that
Andre
have to
Ward
fight,
thing.
bro?
What I'm saying to you is that they ain't fighting, man. So it's no point to keep talking about. They ain't fighting. He just said that he just broke
somebody
down
need to move up then.
a whole list of things, and then he said he moving up to 140. He said
Yeah,
most likely he
Keyshawn.
gonna be moving up soon. He gonna be moving to 140, then 147. That's what he said.
Yo, Keyshawn versus fucking Gary Russell would be nice if he goes to 140.
That'd be a
Yeah,
good
Antoine
fight.
Russell.
That'd be a
That'd
good
be a
fight.
good fight.
That'd be a good
He just
squabble.
popped.
Yeah. He got some good options if he go up to 140. Like I said, he might not be long for 135. It's gonna be interesting when they have to weigh in. You know how
I would
John
favor
look. He's a
Russell in
big
that fight.
135 pounder.
Abdullah can't beat no Keyshawn.
I would favor Russell, and I probably would favor Palo if he was to fight Keyshawn.
Palo gonna
Palo's
be a big
pretty
ass
tall.
fighter
Yeah,
fighting
that's a big dude right there.
Keyshawn. That's
Paul
gonna be
Williams
a
ass
big ass.
dude at 130 at 140.
So Keyshawn gonna miss Abdullah Mason.
Abdullah can't beat no
Nah, he
Keyshawn.
said Keyshawn said
Abdullah
that
cannot see
Keyshawn said
Keyshawn.
that he want
No,
to move
I'm
up to one.
saying he not gonna be at the weight class long
Nah,
enough.
he said he want to be at one on 135 and get a little bit more fights because he just don't want to win the title and just go up to 140. He said that's what he really want to
That's
do.
fair,
He
but
said
I get that.
he said I just want to fight a
You have
couple
to see,
more fights, so I just don't want to like win it and then just go up there. I want to enjoy the moment for a little bit. But he said he going to 140.
Why you just ain't go? What you mean? Enjoy the moment. What are you
He
talking
said
about?
he just want to enjoy. I guess he want to get a couple of fights
He
at
wants to enjoy being
135.
champion.
Yeah, and then he said he gonna move up to 140.
Yep.
Yeah, Gary Russell and Keyshawn will be
I
a
want
hell
to
of
see
a
him
fight.
fight Frank Martin at 140.
Man, Frank
I think he
Martin.
beats Frank Martin.
That's why I was about to say Frank Martin. Keyshawn was supposed to fight before that. Javante Davis and Frank Martin.
They might fight at 140.
That's why all that shit was confusing me back then. I was like, damn, why is Shakur about to fight him? And that fight was built up for Keyshawn. That would have been a good fight. Even though I got Keyshawn stopping him, but that would have been a good
I
fight.
got Keyshawn.
Stopping Frank?
Yeah.
Man, Keyshawn would have stopped the shit
Yeah,
out
he
of
would
that.
be the brakes on Frank.
It'll be a good
No,
fight.
man, I don't know
It'll be a
about
good
that
fight,
one,
though. You
dog.
never know, though. You never know what will
Man, I
happen.
think y'all too high on Keyshawn, man. He
They
cool
are
and
too high on
everything, but he ain't
Keyshawn.
all
He's
that,
straight.
bro.
He
He's
make a
nice,
ton of
though.
mistakes.
Yeah.
Coach Eddie, tell him Keyshawn make a ton of mistakes. He not
I
fighting
think
top tier
he
competition
a
like
good
that.
fighter. He good, but I wouldn't put him on no elite level yet because he yet to be proven. He's still a young,
He
still a
boxed his
young
ass
fighter.
off
You
his
know what I'm
last
So you
saying?
fight.
said so you said Frank Martin on the elite level?
Now I'm saying that'd
No, I'm
be
saying
probably the best. That probably be the best person he fought though.
Oh, okay.
In
I was about
in
to
my
say,
opinion, yeah.
yeah, that'd be a good fight, but I just got Keyshawn beating him. I'm just mad that fight didn't happen before that
Yeah.
Tank fight.
but they can fight at 140.
They could. That'd be good.
They
That'd be
could,
okay.
but
I don't
but
see Frank
they
Martin
could,
doing
but I
nothing
don't
from
see
that.
Frank Martin being any champion at 140.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't
Who's the
see him
champion at
beating Richard
140?
Hitchens.
Frank
I don't
Martin
see him
beat
being
Virgil Ortiz in the amateurs, dog.
Got
He can
Palo league champion.
man.
IBF.
I don't care about that.
He got better amateur pedigree than Keyshawn.
Bruh,
Keyshawn ain't dropped
Frank
No,
nobody
he
Martin
like
don't.
beat
Virgil.
Richardson.
Keyshawn's an Olympian.
So we beat in the Olympics.
Oh, this nigga just hate on
He's a
Keyshawn,
he's
man.
a mentalist. What do
I
you
ain't
mean?
never
I hate
heard
on
nobody
Keyshawn. I
hate
said he
on the
gonna
man
step over
so
Dos
bad.
Santos. I just said he gonna step over Dos Santos.
That man just said that he got Frank Martin.
Frank Martin dropped Virgil
Big
Ortiz.
Supreme said Frank Martin
fight
can
at
beat
54.
Theo. I would
Frank
bet
Martin
any
can
money
beat
that Frank Martin
Big
cannot
Supreme.
beat
Can
Theo.
Frank Martin beat Richardson? I don't
No.
know. Do y'all think Frank Martin can't
That's a
fight
good
him?
fight.
Man, Frank Martin, I don't know
Yeah,
who
he can
said
fight.
Frank
Yeah.
You
Martin
got to see how he look at 140. He might be
smoking crack.
better at 140. He might be
Yeah,
stronger.
Frank
Yeah.
decent, man. He a decent fighter,
He
man.
a decent
Frank a
fighter.
decent fighter.
Frank Martin can't beat Teofimo.
He
Whoever
can't beat
said
him.
that
Nah, I
they
don't know about
smoking,
that, bro.
they
I don't know,
smoking,
man.
they
Who the hell
smoking crack.
Teofimo
They
beat?
smoking a
Bro,
lot
I'm
of
giving him
crack.
all this
Man,
credit
I
for
don't know
fighting
about that.
Lomachenko. It was a 126 pounder, dog. That was when he
Man, I
was the
think
make.
Frank might
He was
get
in the
Tio
make
that
since
work,
He
man.
beat Josh Taylor
So
too.
who Frank Martin beat?
I'm just saying, man, we just seen Tio
Who
just
the
go life
fuck
and death
Frank
with
Martin
goddamn
beat?
Claggett, man.
He beat
Exactly.
Baby Ali.
And Frank Martin
He
is a
beat
boxer, more of a boxer.
He
That
beat
Baby
style
Artem,
does
Ali.
nigga.
give
He
you a
beat
problem.
Artem the same as
Artem.
Shakur.
Man,
He
who
beat
the
And
fuck
Artem.
Frank
He
Martin
beat
beat?
Artem
That's
better than
what.
Shakur did.
Frank
He beat
No, he
athletic
didn't.
though, bro. Frank an
Who
athlete,
the
Frank
man.
fuck
Martin life and
did
death with
Frank
Artem.
Martin
Artem
beat, man?
Olympian. Artem was a gold medalist and some
I
shit,
don't
wasn't he?
care about no Autumn or none of that
Wasn't
stuff.
Artem a gold medalist?
That was Shakur didn't even get touched in that fight.
Was he a
I'm
gold
Man,
talking
medalist?
about,
Shakur did get touched in that fight.
Wait,
man,
Artem was
who
He
the
not
got
a gold
His
fuck
quarter
medalist.
was
Frank
worried.
Martin
Shakur's like,
beat?
I got it. It's gonna work. The
Shakur
first couple
said he
rounds.
got hurt in that. Shakur said he got hurt in that fight.
Man, who
He
did
said Autumn
Frank
hurt him,
Martin
bro.
beat that you can even say that Teofimo ain't beat nobody? Cause you
Who he
just said
beat?
Teo ain't beat nobody. So who the
Yeah, who
fuck
he
Frank
beat?
Martin beat?
I said who he beat, and you said who Frank
Yeah,
Martin
there's
beat.
no
I asked you who
comparison,
Tio
man.
beat.
Y'all keep
Niggas
riding on that
crazy,
Josh
man.
I didn't
Taylor
say Frank
joint, man.
Martin.
That
Frank
Josh
Martin beat
Niggas
Taylor
Virgil
joint ain't
crazy
Ortiz.
all
out
that,
here,
man.
man.
Frank Martin
That
beat
nigga,
Virgil
Thank you,
Ortiz.
Coach Eddie. Thank you,
that
Coach
nigga
Y'all
Eddie.
talking
keep
about some
hollering about Josh
amateurs.
Taylor.
Frank
Every time
Martin
you
beat.
turn around, Josh Taylor.
Oh, he
Man,
beat
this just
Michelle
like
Michelle
Tyson Fury.
Rivera. That was
Somebody beat
Michelle Rivera.
Klitschko, man. Come on, man.
Josh
Man,
Taylor
Josh
was
Taylor
washed.
got on a 4-fight losing streak.
Who said Josh Taylor was on? Josh Taylor was undefeated when Teo beat him.
But that's who Tio
Hey,
always
bro, he
point
lost to
to. Oh, I
Catterall and
beat
got
Josh
the
Taylor.
decision, dog.
Man,
Catterall pieced him up. Did the exact same shit in the rematch.
we talking about the record, man.
Catterall beat his ass the first time and beat his ass the second
Josh
time.
Taylor gonna go down better than Autumn, nigga.
No,
Say
he
something
not.
about that. He gonna go down better than Autumn, nigga.
Nigga, he on a
Say that
4-fight
about
losing
that.
streak. Artem not, nigga.
Josh Taylor in his hometown and in
Sugar
Autumn
Artem.
hometown. Josh
Josh
Taylor
Taylor out of
better, nigga.
boxing, nigga. He retired. He done. He
Yeah,
done. His
man.
career's
All
over.
right, Teo beat him when he
Artem still
wasn't,
got a
nigga.
career, nigga.
Teo beat him. Come on, man. Y'all just be saying stupid stuff.
Nah,
Josh
man.
Taylor
Josh
got
Taylor
beat
was
by a bum.
Josh Taylor was
discredit
more
Josh
watched when he
Taylor got
fought
beat by a
Tio.
bum.
you gonna discredit
Dog, Josh Taylor just got beat by a bum, man.
you gonna discredit Josh Taylor,
He just
but
got beat by a bum.
give props to Artem. So who's better,
I ain't get props to
Taylor
Artem.
or Artem?
I just said Frank Martin beat Artem better than Shakur.
No, he
Who's
That's a
didn't.
dominant
He went life
opponent
and
they
death.
had.
Who's
Right? He
better,
went life and
Artem
death
or
with Artem.
Taylor? Who's better, man? What are we
What?
talking about? Who's better?
Who's better than who?
Who's better, Josh Taylor or Artem, nigga?
Artem, nigga.
Oh my
Josh
God!
Taylor got better boxing skills. Josh Taylor ain't got no boxing skills.
That's how you know
He a
niggas.
fucking rude. He a crude ass, ugly ass fighter, nigga.
That's how you know
That nigga
niggas.
stink.
You see,
Funny as
Clue
shit.
says you see the people that you got
Man,
up
Josh
on here,
Taylor
man.
stink, bro.
That dude's
Clue says you
hilarious,
see the
man.
people that you got up on here. You
Josh
got
Taylor was
haters,
not
man.
trash, dog. I ain't even go.
Man, everybody entitled to their own
Man, I
opinion.
ain't giving
Who's
Tio no
who's
credit,
who's
man. Tio
better,
gets
man?
zero credit from me,
But
man.
Coach
Tio
Eddie
got beat up by
agreed.
Sando Martin, nigga. He got beat up by
I
Saget.
don't care,
But
man. But
Rich,
I just heard the
Coach
craziest
Eddie
thing about.
agreed. Coach Eddie agreed.
I mean, I ain't nobody. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I ain't
man,
like no boxing guru or nothing like that. I'm just
nah,
saying
you
I
not.
don't
Man,
give
Tio ain't
Tio
beat
no
nobody to
credit,
make
man.
him feel like he just go watch Frank
You
Martin. He ain't did nothing in
you
boxing.
not. If you say
Man, I
Autumn
think
better than
Frank will beat. I think
Taylor,
Frank will beat Tio.
if you
I
say
think he'll
oh
beat
no
him,
no
man.
I ain't mad about that. But I'm saying if you say Autumn better than Josh Taylor, then you smoking crack.
But he got better boxing skills than Josh Taylor for sure.
Come on, man.
It ain't even no question.
Artem is
Yeah,
an Olympian.
yeah, Autumn,
Man,
he very
Josh
awkward.
Taylor, he a dirty fighter too, man. That dude
Yeah.
fight dirty, man.
Man, I just
Yeah.
heard the most craziest shit in the world right now, man.
Man, Josh
Man,
Taylor
Yeah,
is
Josh
a dirty
Taylor is a
fighter, man.
former
Hey, they say
undisputed.
Barrios wasn't the Barrios. They saying Barrios was the
Josh
weak
Taylor,
fight for Tank at 140, but
I
Barrios
heard
was
Autumn better than
147
Josh
champion.
Taylor, man.
Josh Taylor can't even beat a bum at welterweight. He can't even beat a dude nobody heard of
Taylor at welterweight.
Man, Josh
If
Taylor
Vargas would have fought that dude, y'all would have said he's a bum.
Josh Taylor career over, just like all them career over, man.
Frank Martin to beat Josh Taylor.
I don't even know about that.
Just tell them about a
What
drunk.
are you talking about?
Yeah, alcoholic. Him and Billy Joe Sanders hanging out together.
Like I said, Frank Martin can't beat nobody at 140 that got a belt.
There ain't nobody at 140. Everybody at 140 ain't like that.
Gary Antoine to beat him. Hitchison
Gary Antoine lost to Pearl. Just like supposed to beat Pearl.
He might could beat Hitches.
He can't beat him, man. And if they ever
fight
fight,
Gamboa. This is the best fight of his career.
we
Is a dude
we
that
could
from
bet money on
135.
that.
It ain't shit.
Man,
If they ever
Hitchison be
fight,
on
we
that
could bet money on
nonsense
that.
sometime, man.
Come
Hitchison
on,
don't
man.
be
Y'all
letting his
sound
hands go
crazy,
enough.
man.
Man, Frank
He
Martin
might
beat
get
up.
he might get
Man, Frank
outworked,
Martin
man.
He'll
ain't
make Hitchison have to fight.
man.
He'll
He
get
not
beat up.
beating
Hitchison will
nobody at
get beat up in
140
there.
that got a belt.
I think Africa might be the weakest champ, bro. To be honest, man.
He might be. He might be.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is this: Frank Martin not beating at nobody at 140 with a belt.
You hating, bro.
I don't know when he became this top person that y'all claiming he is. He never been that.
I
To
always
me.
thought
Nah,
Frank
he
Martin
got a
was a
decent
To me.
skill
I
set though,
always, I
man. You gotta
always think
remember.
I always think that he was on Keyshawn level back then. Now I think Keyshawn a little bit above him.
Nah, he not.
Man, I don't see Keyshawn. He all right, man, but y'all just. I
Frank said
think
he
a
stepped on
lot of
Keyshawn,
times
so Frank ain't worried
Keyshawn
about
be
it.
getting a lot of credit because he hang with Terrence Crawford, man. You know, so they gonna big up him some more because he with Bomac and all them guys. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
say
That
Frank. I
stuff
think
make a
Keyshawn
difference,
might be able
man.
to beat Frank Martin. I think that's a good fight. I don't think he's just gonna watch Frank
I
Martin.
think that's a good fight. I always want to say it's a good fight, but I still think Keyshawn gonna beat him. I don't think Frank Martin, who y'all think he is, though. Like he ain't no elite fighter. He ain't
Nobody
nowhere
said he
near.
was an elite
Yeah,
fighter.
he might be B plus. I
Keyshawn
won't
ain't
see
no
him at
elite fighter.
140.
He
I
ain't.
think he was kind
I think
of
he a C
weight
You're
training at
only saying
135.
I think he a
you're
C
only
plus
saying
fighter.
hold on, Rich. You're only saying Keyshawn is above Frank Martin because he got a belt from a champion that didn't even put up a fight.
Hold on, man.
That was an email champion. He got a vacant belt.
Hold
He
on.
beat a dude that got a vacant belt.
I'm saying from my eyes, he's Keyshawn better. I'm
Ain't
saying
nobody even
Frank
heard of
Martin.
Belichick before
I'm
Keyshawn
saying
qualified.
Frank Martin. If he fight anybody at 140 that got a belt, he gonna lose.
I don't think so.
He gonna lose.
But he
I
went to
don't look at.
PBC, so he
I
probably
mean,
get
him
a
and
shot
Hitchison
at
would be a good
Gary
fight, but
Antoine
I will
Wilson.
favor Hitchison though.
I
He
don't think. I
probably
don't
losing
think.
Gary
He got a
Russell
shot,
will
Rich.
probably be. I don't know.
Right,
It'll be a
Rich.
good fight.
He got a
Frank
shot,
Martin
bro. You
I
can't
think
say
Frank
he ain't
Martin
got no
go
shot.
in his career at 47, dog. I don't think he.
I don't think Frank. I think Frank Martin just he ain't shit for real. He a C plus fighter. Probably a
You say
B.
C, ooh, you say C plus. I
He
think
a
about
C
B
plus. He
plus.
ain't no B plus. I don't.
Oh yeah,
Y'all,
do you think he's gonna be a champion? I don't know if he's gonna be a champion for real.
I
I
think
think
he's a
he's good.
B
I think
plus
he got the
fighter.
potential to get a belt. Yeah, you get some of
He a
these
B
guys that
plus.
have won a belt. Yeah, for sure.
But
Frank
from
Martin has a
C
Russo,
chance to
plus
like
get a
sound
belt.
like
everybody,
you hating,
Well,
Rich. I ain't
Belichick can
gonna
get
lie
a
to you.
belt. Frank Martin can get a belt.
You got Barrios got a belt, man. Come on.
I don't
Josh
think.
Taylor ain't got no belt.
Barrios.
I
He
Man,
beat
don't think.
Barrios, Rich.
Josh
I
Taylor
don't.
can't even
that
compete in
dude,
the weight
that
class
dude,
that
Manny
Barrios the
Pacquiao look like
champion
a
in.
kid standing
Hey,
up next to Barrios, man.
I don't think Frank Martin gonna get a belt unless one of them
He
guys at
gonna
140
margarita
drop their
Barrios.
shit. If they drop that shit, then he probably could get his
Barrios
hands.
fighting Pacquiao. He done made it. What these other niggas doing?
I see, yeah,
That's his third pay
Pacquiao
per
look like
view.
a
Well,
little kid
Barrios doing
standing next
something
to
right. He
Barrios.
knows
That's it.
somebody. He done 3 pay per views. One
Nah,
with Tank, one with Thurman, now one with Pacquiao.
That's that
He getting that
PBC
bread.
work.
Yeah. He doing something right. He getting 3
he
pay
should
per
be,
views.
he should be able to beat Pacquiao too. You know.
That's why he probably can call shots at 147. Even with Boost, they say, man, I've been in 3 pay per views. Boost, you ain't getting the money I'm getting. If he did want to fight Boost, he said, I've been in
Man,
3 pay per
Pac-Man
views.
must have
Man,
messed
stop
his
talking
money
about
up bad, man, for him to come back this age. Man, I'm pulling for Pacquiao, you know, because I like him. You know, he's an older guy. I like to see the old heads try to come back. I hope he win.
That's
You
because
know
he
what I'm
MC
saying?
Hammer in the Philippines. He be handing out money to people. His videos him is handing out money to people in the Philippines.
Man, he messed out. He did his money like AB did, man.
Everywhere he go, he got like 50 niggas with him. He got the whole Philippines with him everywhere he go.
Man, I was
they
talking about
fight by
AB
hand, they gonna
today,
get some
man.
money.
AB messed all his bread up, man.
He did. That was really
Yeah, sad.
But
sad.
then he got his teeth knocked out by Blair Flair. He went out bad, man. Blair Flair knocked him out, man.
Right,
Man,
Blair Flair knocked out Josh Taylor. Blair
crazy,
Flair do the
man.
same thing to Josh Taylor.
Hey, they beat that Blair for real. How come
I
nobody
mean,
want to
He
fight
did a
Blair
little.
Flair?
hey, one
He
thing
did a
about
little fire. He did a little
Josh
drop and
Taylor
roll
washed
too
up,
when
and a
you
lot
on
of niggas
fire
could
when
beat Josh
Blair
Taylor, man.
started dropping.
Man, I think they'll need to fight AB, get AB a payday, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look out for the
AB
brother,
done,
man.
dog.
No, I'm saying though, man, to help the man out, get him put some M's in his pocket so he can, he can ride off to the
AB messed
sunset,
around and
man.
beat up Devin.
That's
Man, AB watch, man. AB can't do nothing with Dale, man. It's over. It's over with for AB, man.
I think Frank Martin and AB be a good fight.
AB needs some bread, man. AB need to fight,
I think
bro.
that'd be a step up for Frank. I
Bro,
think that'd be a
if
step
Manny
up for Frank
Pacquiao can
Martin.
come back, AB can come back. Manny Pacquiao, 100 years old. You telling me me AB can't come back?
I
Nah,
think
But
that'd
AB
be a good.
still
I
Yeah,
think
but
that'd be a good fight.
Pacquiao live a clean lifestyle. He be playing basketball.
Nah,
He still
man,
training
Pacquiao
though.
used to
But he
drink
still a
Hennessy
real
and
good fighter.
everything, man.
exactly.
Adrian Broner at the club, at the bar, getting turned up,
Man,
all
AB
that
needs
type
some
of stuff in
money.
the
He need to
street.
come back.
Adrian Broner was scamming people for millions in dice games. He wasn't worried about no boxing money.
Man, AB needs some bread.
Man, AB fell apart, man. I don't
AB
remember about that.
fucked up,
Man, if
man.
He ain't
Americon
even
can
that.
get rich,
ABA but like 35. He ain't even that old, man. He can come back, man.
man, if Americon can get rich getting his ass whooped, so can AB. He's still
He's
Yeah,
like the symbol of somebody with so much talent, but just doesn't have that hard work, man. Like it was
Man, he just
unfortunate.
ain't got his mind together.
man,
Yeah,
I
he ain't
want
got
to
that
see the
focus.
Can Man
So
come
much
back. I need
talent.
to see the Can Man back in the ring.
Put him
So
in
yeah,
that
he
AB
roller.
still
That
got
shit
AB
be
was
fun.
good.
Man,
AB was
going,
good
man.
for boxing, man.
Gang right now.
he
a lot
still
of these
got a
dudes gonna
mind.
end up like AB. They might not be broke, but they gonna be getting their ass whooped real soon. Like Devin.
Nah, never.
Devin
Devin
Never.
gonna get his ass. Like Devin ain't had a run like AB. AB was like was dominating at 35. He
Devin
got
was
to
Man,
that
he was a
40. He
undefeated.
young
came to
Yeah,
47.
he
Once
three
they come to
division world
47, they
champion.
gonna
He
get
three
beat up just
division
like
world
AB.
champion. Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
140 and 147. Wasn't it? 130,
Right, he 3 division world
135, and
champion.
147. I think he got titles. 3 division world
I was,
champion.
Yeah.
I was gonna
He
say
skipped
Yeah.
one of the
140,
one
went
of the
from
old
135 to 147 to beat Paulie Malignaggi. And that was, you talk about a great lead up to a fight, boy. That shit was crazy. Y'all
That
remember
shit
that
was
lead
funny.
up for
Yeah.
Malignaggi, Adrian Broner?
Over the
Yeah,
doorway.
yeah,
Side
that
chick
was
and
all
all
right.
that type of stuff. It was a
Hey,
side chick phrase came from.
AB
That was
fucked.
a hell of a press conference, hell of a lead up.
He said I would beat you, but take your girl, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. I beat you and I took your gas. You
Hey,
sitting out there in
AB
the
was
audience too.
classic. AB was classic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Polly was crashing out.
That's not his
She's
girl. That
not
was
my
his side
girl.
piece.
She's not my girl. It's not my side piece.
Hey,
Yeah, that was side
AB
piece.
was so
Yeah, Paulie
ignorant one time.
Malignaggi
I was
was
watching
tripping on that.
AB.
He mad because he thought he
That
got
fool,
robbed. I'm the champion. How you gonna take my belt like that? He lost a split decision. That was
yeah.
a good fight, and it was a good lead up to the fight. Them
Yeah.
boys, both of them were great trash talkers. Adrian Broner and Paulie, great trash talkers.
And it was
Well,
questionable who
AB,
really won
he
that
came
fight
out. You
because
remember when he
Polly was
came out with
landing
French
the ball.
Montana? You remember when he walked out the ring with French Montana?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then didn't he lose that fight?
Was that the Madonna fight?
Yeah, come on. Anyway,
Yeah,
like that. Man, that joke was so ignorant, man. But that was an ignorant ring walk right there, boy.
Yeah. After he lost to Madonna, his next fight, he came out in a hell of a ring. He came out with some rapper, came out there dancing and everything. They showed Madonna in the left dressing room. He laughed. He like, this dude here crazy. I just whooped his ass. He come out there
Yeah,
like
but
he
then
ain't
he
nothing happened.
respected his coach, though. I didn't really like that about Broner.
Madonna said Broner was the hardest puncher he fought.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah. He said Broner punched harder than Floyd. That's what Madonna said.
Anybody ever talk about how AB probably got cheated because Madonna ain't had no pad in them gloves?
Hey, yo, check this out. Go back and watch that fight. Alex Ariza put a peel in McDonald's mouth. I think the last
it's
round.
a video. It's still on YouTube. Somebody made a video.
He had it in the napkin and he a paper towel or something. He put a peel in McDonald's mouth, man.
That shit's still on
in
YouTube.
between rounds.
Yeah, like the 11th
corner.
or 12th round, it was something he put in his mouth, man, like a little go-go gadget peel or something, man.
It's one of them asthma pills. That
I
shit
agree
open up
with
your
the
lungs and
Jamie
shit.
Jackson,
Your
man.
breathing and shit. Now you got like extra.
Y'all
boost
be talking
energy
about
and
Victor
shit.
Conti, but Alex Ariza was pretty shady. Pretty goddamn shady, man.
Yo, Alex Ariza been around a long time, bro.
Y'all strength and conditioning coach or
Yeah.
reason.
He was cheating
He
from
faded
McDonald's.
out.
Roach was like, I don't know what he's giving Pacquiao. I said, okay, that's a good
McDonald was on
disclaimer.
that juice and the
That boy
glove.
say, "See no evil, hear no evil." He ain't finna put that on me. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just training.
Shoot,
I'm
I
what's your
tell
bag?
you who
What's
was
your
juiced
speed
up to the
bag? I ain't got
gills,
nothing to do with that
man.
other stuff.
When Pacquiao fought Marquez the fourth fight, man, that dude had all kind of acne on his back. His back was wide. That dude was big as crap,
Yeah,
man.
even the playing field. He was like, Manny on roids. I got to roid up too.
Man, that dude was juiced
Oh
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Marquez was big, boy. He was big in that fight. He big as a
Yes,
truck.
he was like,
Boy. You
Manny
never
on
seen
roids. I
Marquez
got to.
that
He had to
big.
even the playing field. He's like, fuck that. I ain't going out like this. I'm roiding up too.
Yeah.
All
He
right,
got to get back.
we're going to go around the panel, let everybody get their final 2 cents off. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight on 2 Cents After Dark. Rich, we can start with you. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
No, I just want to salute the panel in the chat at 2 cents. That's all.
All right.
Keyshawn only was talking like that because Javante Davis, just like Canelo, they only expect fighters to be respectful to them if they want to get a fight. So that's why
You gotta do what you
Keyshawn
gotta
talking
do.
like that.
He better.
He's
Gotta do what you
being
gotta do.
respectful. All right.
All right. Well, he better do what he gotta do then, Rich. He better keep it smooth, keep it buddy, if you want this fight. No, I'm just playing. Coach Eddie, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Man, we need to bring AB back, man. I want to see AB back in the ring. We need the Can Man. I want to see the Can Man get some of the money. You know what I'm saying. I want to see AB locked up or doing no fed time. So we got to petition to get AB back in the mix. And one of these young heads need to give AB a payday, man. Bill Haney, if you out there listening, give AB a payday. You know what I'm saying. Caleb Plant, hype job. I'm gonna call just like we call everybody else. You know, some of these fighters get beat, we call them a hype job. Even though they get beat by pound for pound guys, we still call them a hype job. You got beat by 25-1 underdog, you a hype job. Charlo, shout out to you. You did your thing, man, but you could have fought a little better competition. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn got a good fight on his hand this weekend. Don't be surprised because these B-sides ain't following no script. They're not going according to plan right now. So everybody, all the A-side, the house fighters need to be on high alert. Have your antennas up because these dudes coming to fight. Because it's a lot of money to be made, and they fighting hungry, and they fighting, to win. That's my 2 cents.
All right. Thank you, Coach Eddie, for coming up. JB Sports, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
All right, salute to 2 cents, salute to the panel. Quick thing about, I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but some of the undercard is coming into the picture, coming into the fold as far as undercard for the Tank versus Lamont Roach rematch. We're gonna have Stephen Fulton versus Oshaki Foster. That's gonna be on the undercard. So undercard is shaping up to be a good undercard. So can't wait till they name the other 2 fights that's going to be on the undercard in the lead up to Tank versus Roach 2. Devin Haney. Now that Teofimo Lopez turned the fight down, what are Devin Haney options? I think maybe he can pursue a fight with Conor Benn. If Conor Benn don't take the Eubanks Jr. rematch, maybe they can do that fight at 147. Maybe he can get a fight with Gary Antoine Russell. That's another option. He's the WBA junior welterweight champion. Maybe they could do a catch weight at 145 like he was going to do with Teo. Third option can be Frank Martin, who's moving up to 140. Maybe you can get a Devin Haney versus Frank Martin at 145 or maybe lower, maybe 144, 143 since Frank ain't fought above 135 yet. So those are 3 possible fights for Devin Haney if they want to salvage the August 16th Riyadh card on the same day as Tank versus Roach 2. Everybody have a good rest of the night, bro. We Wednesday morning basically now, so everybody take it easy.
All right, JB Sports, thank you for joining me today, giving your 2 cents. Boxing Hacker, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Salute to you, 2 cent. Hey, I gotta say, like I said, I like Keyshawn, but he was glazing Tank a lot in that video. I don't know what he meant by Tank paved the way for them. I think the only fighter that really paved the way for him.
I'm talking about cut the grass up, put the structure down, put the cement down.
I don't know when Tank did any of that.
He put the line down with little lights on the road. He put the curbs up. He paved the way.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened. I don't think he paved anything. I think Tank was always his own man. I think the only fighter who really paved the way for the lighter weights was Floyd in this generation. He's the one who
carried the torch after Floyd. That's what he said.
You can, I guess because as big as moneymaker, maybe, but paving the way, I don't see it. But even without that, I think I hear what you're saying, 2 cent, but I do think Dos Santos is a live underdog. If they give really good odds, you probably should bet Dos Santos because that's a live underdog for that fight. I do favor Key to win that fight. As far as everything else, I think when it comes to this whole Turkey Teo debacle situation, I hope Teo spins the block and actually fights Devin because I do like that matchup. I do think Devin will probably beat Teo, but it's still a good fight. Or even Boots is a good fight. Like I said, I think if for Boots, I think Boots needs to at least. I feel like even if Teo would have said no to Boots, let Teo should be the one to say no, not Boots. I feel like Boots is in his status. He should not be ducking the fade, because people look at him as a boogeyman. When he ducking fade, ain't nobody gonna consider you the boogeyman no more. As for the whole Caleb Platt and the card that passed this past weekend, Yeah, Plant lost, but I mean, he was fighting somebody, his sparring partner. Whenever you fight a sparring partner, it should be wild, It never goes according to plan because y'all know each other too well, And even though Charles looked good, his opponent wasn't like that, So like, I don't know if Charles actually looked good, or was it just his opponent was off, Like his opponent just didn't look as skilled. It looked like there was such a big skill gap there. So with that, with that amount, salute to you too, sir, in the panel and chat. Everybody have a good night.
All right, Boxing Hacker, thank you for coming up, sharing your 2 cents. Mr. Greg, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Really, I liked what the Coach Eddie was saying. I like what JB was saying. I still will give salute to Keyshawn for what he has said. We can only go by what they've done so far. I think we're waiting to see who else is going to get turned down once a fight almost happened, as opposed to who's going to fight. I think we're looking more. I mean, it's kind of it's what it is, I guess. I have never seen Boots as the boogeyman. I've seen Boots as a fighter that is up and coming. I think he's the next thing that's going to emerge after. Again, is already starting to emerge, even though he hasn't done a lot of fighting yet. But none of them have. But he's the next one that's going to emerge behind Spence and Crawford and that group of guys, because they don't have much time left. And Boots is going to have to fight sooner or later. I don't know who it's going to be, but I do hope he gets those opportunities to either unify or go up and make some noise and be one of the guys at 154 that's going to have to be contended with. So that's how I kind of see what they're doing on that. The fights that are coming up, if they even come up now, is another thing as well. I get so disappointed now every time I think a fight's going to happen and then it doesn't. And I don't like to feel that way. I like to be excited about seeing a fight happening.
No.
I was kind of happy to hear about, to be quite honest, of Tio and Devin fighting. But yeah, we know where that went. So overall, this has been a pretty calm and pretty tame panel this evening, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, boxing is kind of tame right now. It's a little, it's like a little slow.
I guess we're following what's going on. Was that your son?
That's my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah. But overall, thanks for letting me come up. I had some fun. Let's see what we wrap up on Friday and Sunday, I guess. Now,
all right. Waiting for the fights this weekend. Yeah. Friday? Yes, yeah. I'll be live Friday.
Okay, then. Well, I'll see you then. So I'll say good night to you.
All right, Mr. Greg. Thank you for coming on, giving your 2 cents. No cap. Close us out. What you got for the show? What's your final 2 cents?
Well, we see Tio was capping with Boots because he turned down his Haney fight. So people need to stop at this Boots ducking Tio nonsense. And, I'm glad shit is coming. Boxing about to get ironed out. We about to get Turkey out the paint. You know what I'm saying?
You said we got to get Turkey out the paint? Why we got to
get himself out the paint? Because he just came in here just stinking up the joint. You know
I feel you. I agree.
It's just been nothing but shenanigans and all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? He turned this sport into a circus. He need to go. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Devin Haney shit is over with, because without Tio, who else can he beat? He can't beat nobody else. So the next fight he takes is gonna be an L. You know what I'm saying? He can't beat Gary Russell. He can't beat Africa.
No, he at 47 now.
He at 40. Well, he can't beat nobody at 47 with a name. I don't think he.
What about Brian Norman?
Brian Norman to beat the brakes off of Devin.
Who else at 47?
Maybe Barrios. He can outbox. Maybe
Stanionis. He could fight Stanionis.
Okay, I mean, we see. He got to show me. I'm done with the Devin Haney shit. You know what I'm saying? I support Brian Norman and Boots because they don't be on their cap. They don't be on there with all this buffoonery and all that stuff. They let they work in the ring, do the promotion for him.
I don't know that Brian Norman Sr. be out there capping a little bit though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, I don't mind Senior Cap because he don't be on the Bill Haney shit. I don't got a problem with Senior. He doing this promotion, he doing this thing, promoting this shit. He doing it in a manner where it's not cringe worthy to me. I know some other people got problems with him, but he come on their channels and they get into it, but that's between them. And then with Tank and Lamont Roach coming up, I think Tank gonna step on Roach this time. And we go and Shakur, he got to put on a performance against the Payton, or nobody gonna care about him. You know what I'm saying? He got to shine. He got to step up and have a notable performance. And Keyshawn, I think he gonna step on Dos Santos because I just never thought Dos Santos was that good. He lost to William Foster. You know, Ryo, he knocked out Ryo, but I think Ryo did hurt him in that fight too. And, you see what Gary Russell did to Ryo. It was easy work. And, a lot of these dudes, like the 140 guys, need to mix it up like all the champions. T.O., he need to just give up that WBO belt. If he signed a PBC, he definitely going to lose because they going to put him in real fights. And that's pretty much it. We cleaning the sport up. Turkey, you got to go. Take that rehab shit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Go to esports with that shit. And that's all I got to say.
Shout out No Cap. Thank you for coming on the panel, giving your 2 cents. He told Turkey, go to esports. Leave boxing the hell alone. But I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight, hopping on the panel. Nice, just calm conversation tonight about boxing. Got some fights coming up this weekend. Keyshawn Davis, De Los Santos. I can't wait for this fight. It's just like, I'm just gonna be like, I told you so. I told you so. I feel like I'm gonna be in a I told you so mood after this fight. But listen, join me again Friday, 6:30 p.m. I'll be live again. And if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, timing you out the chat, kicking you off the panel, leaving you in the background, putting you on mute, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.